Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? Our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I? I think it's sane, I think it's logical. What I don't you find? Are we, am I? As time goes by, I'll be a slip away. Should I do you mind? Are we, am I? Fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. So fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. This is the way it has to be. Tell me why you lied to me. Fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. So fighting for love, fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. Fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Fighting for raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Raise me up and see my
Yes. We. A little bit of both. Yes. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends you're watching me watching the game here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Francois Labelle says, "Fighting for love." That was beautiful, wasn't it? It's Fighting for Love by Aberdeen. That is indeed the theme. Captain Snack Bars, making the Eric Carlson meal for dinner tonight. This will be the first thing I've ate all day, but had to buy a red onion for it after work. Bon appetit. RIP to your toilet. Francois Labelle says, "Go Habs, go." Oh, wait, no more choo choo. Sorry, bud. I'm surprised Steve wasn't rushing to announce the 3 versus 3 tournament today. He is our man on the case when it comes to 3v3 announcements. People don't forget, nor should they. That was an L. Drew, Do we have the lineups on the screen? Actually, you know what? Before we talk about the lineups, there's been a lot of narratives heading into the Stanley Cup final, and I've been thinking about this a lot. Because there was a player who was with this team from day one. He gave this team so much, so many years, blood, sweat, and tears for this team. Then he was unceremoniously cast out, just ditched after an incredible season, cast out and ditched for one guy. Like, wham bam, thank you, sir, get lost. And everyone's talking about that because it was kind of gross. It was kind of unseemly. And I totally understand that. But anyway, enough about Marc-Andre Fleury. Drew, do we have the lineups for tonight's game? Vegas lineup is on the screen now. We got Barbashev, Eichel, Dorofeev, Howden, Carlson, Marner, Hurdle, Sissons, Stone, Smith, Dowd, Kolasar, McNabb, Theodore, Hannafin, Anderson, Lozon, Coughlin, and Hart in the net. Blue White Flame, from the bottom of my heart with all my chest, go Knights, go. Svechnikov, Aho, Jarvis for the Canes. Hall, Stankoven, Blake, Ehlers, Stahl, Martinuk, Carrier, Jankowski. I think they made a mistake. Yeah, they're missing someone on the fourth line because they're not going 11-7. Then Slavin, Chatfield, Miller, Walker, Nikishin, Gostisbehere. That was odd. Francois Lebel, lots of pea and vinegar on the last SDP. Yes. I didn't really care who won the cup going into this, but after yesterday's pod, which was fantastic, by the way, go Canes. Freak says, cannot agree more with your takes on how the hockey media covers hockey. It's just silly. Also, you can't read Shakespeare. You have to watch it. Oh, I understand. Go Jordan Stahl with a bunch of penguin emojis. That is a very detailed penguin. Would love to see him lift the cup again 17 years later. Anthony, I'm not reading that. Jeepers. And Wes Richard sent 10 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup, Wes Richard. Who do we got? Who do we got tonight? I've been outspoken about this since Vegas won. They hadn't even won game one against Colorado yet. They're winning the cup. I've made peace with that. Some people I was talking to today were like, "Oh, come on. What is that attitude?" I'm like, guys. Well, how's Carolina done in the playoffs? Are they good? I'm like, they've won 12 out of 13 games. Oh, well, they should be the favorite. Yeah, no. Vegas is winning the cup. And Marner is winning the Conn Smythe because that is the most obvious thing in the entire world, and it has been for a while. Nothing against Carolina. You sipping straight vodka? I'd love to. I haven't had any alcohol since February 23rd, and I would very much like it. Drew's asking, when was the last time I wore a t-shirt tucked into my jeans? Quite some time ago, with a very large buckle. I don't know this person, but that's okay. Everyone seems into it. Steve, I'm doing something I'm scared of tomorrow. Can I have a pep talk? If If you're scared, it's because you care. So many stories are I'm scared, so I'm not going to do it. That's not yours. You're like, Steve, I'm doing this thing. It's happening, but I'm scared. And that's okay. It doesn't matter that you're scared. What matters is whether you do it or not. Sports Talk Chud, I can't believe we're already here. I'm sure this is mostly for me personally, but I think a lot of Leaf fans can relate. This has been the longest playoffs of my life. I can't believe we only just got here. By the way, 5 overtimes en route to a game 7 sounds about right. Francois Labelle. So that's what it feels like to have no skin in a series, and you felt that all playoffs, you lucky dog. I know a lot of Habs fans were stressing, and I'm sure you're sad that you're out, obviously, but now you get to just sit back and relax. You get to just sit back and relax and enjoy. Yeah, I wish tailgating was a larger part of our culture as well. I agree, producer Drew. If Taylor Hall wins the Conn Smythe, is he a Hall of Famer? All right, let's look. Yeah, so this is a really weird one because Hall's numbers, yeah, look at this. 989 games, which I think is the exact amount of games that Paul Kariya played, but Paul Kariya had 989 points. Taylor Hall has 787. He is way behind. He has 300 goals, which is great. Not Hall of Fame worthy necessarily. That can't be right. You know how many 30 goal seasons Taylor Hall has? Drew said 7. 1. The year he won the Hart. No, but Drew, he has a Hart trophy, and in this scenario, he would have a Stanley Cup and a Conn Smythe. Conn Smythe and Hart, obviously individual. And it is not the NHL Hall of Fame. It is the Hockey Hall of Fame. He has 2 Memorial Cups. And he was a principal piece of both of those teams. You don't care. But there's guys who like played in the Russian Super League who are in the Hall of Fame. And you wouldn't put that resume in the Hall of Fame? No? 700, yeah, 700 points and counting, though. He's not retiring today. Yeah. So he had 48 points this season, 18 goals. Man, given his regular season, it's crazy how good his playoffs has been. He had 48 points and 18 goals in 80 games. He has 5 goals and 16 points in 13 games these playoffs. So that's interesting. So Drew said if Taylor Hall is the Hall of Famer, then John Tavares is first ballot. So here's what's interesting about that, though, Drew. Tavares's numbers are far superior. Far superior. He doesn't have hardware. He does not have a Memorial Cup. He should. He doesn't even have a he didn't even win the J. Ross Robertson because of the Spits. Because of Taylor Hall. Tavares's London Knights ran into the Windsor Spitfires, and it is the tightest 5-game series of all time. All 5 games went to overtime. 8-time All-Star. He does have a World Junior Gold Medal, or 2, I think. Yeah, 2 World Junior Gold Medals and Olympic Gold Medal. And he's not done either. He's a year older than Hall. It's an interesting question. Oh, Eric Stahl's doing the siren. That's pretty good. Oh, he lost the handle. Get it back. Get it back. Would he have done this? Oh, I was going to say if they were playing the Habs, but they couldn't be playing the Habs in the Stanley Cup final. Shut up, Steve. What happens first, puck drop or your ulcer heals? At this rate, ulcer. If Hart wins the cup, he gets X's immediately. Bat flips and birdie putts. Need to say again how great yesterday's pod was. Loved the takes. Wholeheartedly agree with most. Still struggling with Adams. They hate us because they ain't us take, but oh well. Episode's so good. I watched it twice. I have thoughts on the they hate us because they ain't us thing. I don't know if we're gonna have time to get to that today, but luckily we record tomorrow. Steve, reaction to news out of Nashville. I would rather have Drew's reaction to the news out of Nashville. So Drew's asking, why is the Stanley Cup patch on the wrong side on both jerseys? I assume the answer is ads, but I don't know. Nashville's getting a really good GM. They're getting a really good GM. And Colorado let a well-liked and respected executive walk to a divisional rival, because that is precedent for every team except one. Yep. You got to let them take a promotion. Yeah. No, Vegas is busy with the playoffs. They couldn't possibly go, yeah, go ahead. Click. Kelly McCrimmon sold you something and you bought it, and I got nothing to do with that. But don't take it out on me that you bought a fairy tale and you think it's interesting. Like, Stanley Cup final, baby. Sedin Magic says, let's go! And I agree. Holy smokes, I got a lot to catch up on. Francois Labelle gifted 5 STPN memberships. Eric Carlson isn't that bad, Steve. The meal. Chicken is okay. Pasta is not the worst thing ever. If the red onion was grilled instead of raw, it would be good. Blah, 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 blah. Dana, Steve, how do you scream safely? I'm an SLP who has, I don't know what that means, but it sounds important, who has treated clients with voice disorders as a grad student, and I pray for your vocal longevity. My voice has changed over time. I don't have a good answer for that. But it's funny, like I can yell all day and I'm fine. But if I have to elevated talk at the bar, like over the music or at a concert for a long period of time, the next day I'm going to have no voice. And when I scream, it doesn't come from right here. Here's where you get into problems. Carter Hart is getting booed. Canes wanted to sign him too. But it's all about, I guess, where the scream comes from. Hey, Steve, I received Wild Wing today from you guys and the mini stick. So much love. Love to you. Made my whole dang year. Love to hear that. Sid Sixero, the Memorial Cup means nothing. Francois Labelle, that's all for the great things SDPN does. Well, thank you. George Willis, small fun fact. There are 3 finals appearances. Oh, in their 3 finals appearances, the Golden Knights have went up against a team with the same number of cup wins as them in each. In each one. 0 for the Caps and Panthers. Oh, yeah. And 1 with the Canes. I love a wonky stat. That's it. I like that. Giggling Cat, I'm equally apathetic to both teams. I just don't want it to be boring. If Vegas wins and the Cats beat them next year for the Cup, does the rest of hockey fandom forgive the Cats for being the Cats? No, but I still like you. Death Eater, imagine if they started the game cries in Newfoundland time. Yeah, it's 8:20, and this is not starting soon. Uh, I'm very Marcus, I'm very sorry to hear that, buddy. Torts has effing hated this intro. Thank you for giving us another word to beep. Rock you like a hurricane. Hurricane season starts, says David M. Steve, can you get me out of jury duty in the morning? Jury duty in the morning. Can I? I can't. I can't. Okay. Thank you. I don't know. Yeah, Drew goes, okay, so we're scheduling the next stream for 8:20. No, I think next stream starts on time. Like they had to do the whole here's the cup. Isn't that interesting? And you said 0% chance. Let's okay, poll question. When is puck drop for game 2? Is it 8:07 to 8:10? Oh, over under 8:15? All right, let's do that. Over under for 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Who's taking game 1? 63% of you say Carolina, 37% say Vegas, and 1,000 of you voted. Thank you, Queen Chums and Jazzy Joe. Appreciate it. Klondike Mike, Jarvis looking like Rick Steiner. That's a good shout. That is a good shout. Glad they don't get to butcher the Canadian anthem again. There's a lot of people in this chat that wouldn't mind the Canadian anthem getting butchered in the Stanley Cup final because that means there's a Canadian team. Chris the Bard says Giant Meteor in 5. Are they clutch enough though? I don't know. Sorry about the swear. Go Canes. Happy Pride. It's fine. Don't worry about the swear. Sometimes I say the swears. All right. Puck is about to be dropped. How we feeling about 8:24, Drew? Is there a police badge on Carter Hart's mask? All right. Puck is about to be dropped for the Stanley Cup final. 2026. Hurricanes. Golden Knights. Chris Rooney on the draw, and he's doing a speech. This is Chris Rooney. What's better than this? Wes McCauley is the other official for tonight's game. Puck is dropped on the 2026 Stanley Cup final. They do have Stanley Cup final on the news. Oh, it's digitally imposed because it's 2026 and nothing is as good as you remember. I don't know what else to tell you. Eichel, where is it? Hurricanes get out of their zone. It's a partial 2-on-1. Nick Ehlers, he's got a lane. He shoots. What? He scored. Are you joking me? The first shot of the 2026 Stanley Cup final. 25 seconds in. Finds its way to the back of Vegas's net. And the Hurricanes have opened the scoring with a 1 nothing lead. That's crazy. What happened? It looked like such a nothing pay. You know what? Theodore just gets beat in a puck battle by Ehlers. And I love the decision from Ehlers to shoot. McNabb had the pass covered pretty well. And geez, he punished the post on that one. And we'll go right back to center ice. As a Jets fan, happy for Ehlers in this moment. If Vegas wins the cup, can we say they Lieutenant Danned it? I've watched that movie and I still don't know what you mean. SLP, by the way, means speech language pathologist. Also, hello from Tealtown, USA. We talked for 1 minute. Oh, sorry, your picture's very small. Yes. Fifth of the playoffs for Ehlers. Vegas gets it deep in Carolina's zone. Oh! Marner almost had one. It squirted in front to him. Vegas with a shot. Stopped by Freddie. Oh, I don't have to call him Freddie anymore. He can just be Anderson. Sorry, last series there were 2 Andersons, 2 Carriers. It was very frustrating. Carolina off the boards and out. Hall battling for it against Lozon. Jackson Blake around the net. To the point. Cross ice. Slavin to Chatfield. Stankoven. Over to Slavin. Shoots. Off the bar. Sheesh. I don't think Slavin has a goal in these playoffs. Now here come the Vegas Golden Knights. Mark Stone. Feather pass. It's in the corner. Stone battling for it against the much smaller Stankoven. Fired from the point. Where is it? Anderson doesn't know. Jarvis is hit hard by Stone, but he stays on his feet. Vegas now has it in the neutral zone. Carolina changing. Very close to too many men for them there. Dumped deep into the Carolina zone, and that is icing against Vegas. We're not even 2 minutes into this game. Got fridged. I hope Vegas wins the cup so my Flames can get that first round pick, after which Vegas is cursed with Atlanta Thrashers levels of suck for 1,000 years. That's funny. Steve, if Vegas gets swept and fire Tortorella and the Leafs hire him, what is your reaction? Honestly, it wouldn't even be the craziest thing I've seen them do. As president, my first action would be to outlaw unnecessary anthem opt-ups, says Michaela. Email, please. There is a hockey game after the ceremony. Who knew? Go Carolina Hurricanes. The season starts on June 1st. Canes. Giggling cat. Well, it isn't going to be boring. You're right. Angela Bug, thank you for 5 SDPN memberships. Rasmus Anderson exists, I think. Oh, shoot, there are 2. All right, well, he's Freddie again. Albertan here. Carter Hart does not represent all of us. He is in the minority. He is also about to have a bad series. Well, he had a bad opening 25 seconds. Wow. Oh, boy. I ain't reading that one. I have a feeling that's going to be a theme in the series. Battle in the Vegas Golden Knight zone. We haven't spent a ton of this game in the Vegas Golden Knight zone, but it's 1-0 Hurricanes. Who knows? Maybe they learned from the Habs. Hey, you know what? Let's try that whole not getting any shots thing. By the way, the famous Stanley Cup final whistle usually doesn't kick in until later in the series. Both teams have allowed the fewest shots against in each conference in these playoffs so far. Thank you for that stat, Drew. Shot from Svechnikov is just off target. Walker. Oh, that's centered. Martinook can't hold the zone there, and it's down the ice for Keandre Miller. Walker gets out. It's in the neutral zone. It's Ehlers with it. The game's first goal scorer and the series' first goal scorer. Lozon hit. Lozon. Vegas having a hard time clearing the zone. They're going to be able to now as Carolina goes for a change. By the way, I like kind of stuttered on the goal call because it was so loud in there, I could not hear what happened. Like, I feel like the call was drowned out. At least it wasn't my headphones. And that puck goes out of play and we'll get a face off. $16-18 to go in the first period. That went over the pad and under the glove of Carter Hart. Nick Ehlers, Stanley Cup final goal scorer. 10 points in these playoffs, which is a career high according to the Sportsnet broadcast. Slavin tries to find Hall. Hall's going to battle for it here against Hannafin. Hurricanes hold the zone, only temporarily. It's definitely offside against the Hurricanes. Taylor Hall, man. Very interesting career. Del Taco Vista, that was a great question. Is Taylor Hall a Hall of Famer? Because my first thought was no. What? And then you go, well, wait a minute. He does have this. He does have this. He does have this. He does it. Well, and your question was with the caveat, if he wins the cup and Conn Smythe. If he doesn't, I think it's undoubtedly no. If he does, he's kind of got an argument. Dumped by the Vegas Golden Knights. It's behind the Vegas net, rather Carolina net. Hurdle throws it on. That's now on the other half wall. Shanked in there by Theodore. Keandre Miller battling for it. Hurdle tries to kick it loose. Walker gets out. But the Hurricanes are stymied at the blue line. Detroit fan in Montreal, welcome to STP VIP. And it feels like Taylor Hall was drafted in 1992. No, 2010, which is somehow the same amount of years from now. 2010 was a very, very long time ago. Robinson, he was so good in the Montreal series. Carolina, I believe, offside, but again, you can't hear a bloody thing. And Will Carrier laid a big hit there deep in the Vegas zone. As a big fella. Colton Sissons with a pretty big hit there on Seth Jarvis. It was Lozon, who got it from Carrier. Face off just outside the Vegas zone. Dowd wins that. Chopped. Kolasar tries to swat it away. Ooh, healthy cross check to the ribs of Jankowski, but he's back after it. Lozon into the neutral zone. Oh, Dowd is taken down very hard. Kolasar and Vegas trying to repay the favor. There's another playoff series. It's Vegas versus Carolina is vicious. Me versus Tree Pollen is worse. Dorofeyev. Barbashev. Carolina collects it. Oh, they give it away, though. That was Ehlers. Now it's behind the net. Freddie tries to poke it. Oh, in front. Ehlers clears it, but right onto the stick of Barbashev. Barbashev then gives it away, and Jordan Stahl rushes it out. Martinuk dumps it. Ehlers after it. He's in a battle. Gets it to the point. A shot from Slavin is stopped. 13:55 to go in the first period. You got a Taylor Hall graphic on screen as we go to commercial break. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. So is this from the broadcast? Most games before Cup final debut by first overall picks in NHL history. Man, whoever found this stat, bravo to you. Thornton, 1,517 games. Dale Hawerchuk, 1,282. Ovechkin, 1,119 games. And Taylor Hall, 1,056. That's actually crazy. And we got Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, and Hall. If is Gavin McKenna ever going to make it? I don't make me talk about the Leafs, bro. Like Matthews is at Tavares is at I think over 1,000 games. Austin Matthews is at wow, he's not even at 700, 689. Ref cam reminds me of 2014 Rogers hockey promises. Tort's patriotic American and geriatric baby man looks rather gruntled, says the Lord of Spuds. I think he'll dip out of the handshake line and look like a poor sport. I don't find him interesting. Like I don't know. He's approaching Coyotes arena talk level where I'm like every time there's something about John Tortorella, I've learned nothing about him. Boss Ferratu says Hall of Caner. I like that. When is game 2 puck drop? 763 of you voted. After 8:15 is 74% of you. Before 8:15 is 26% of you. Hurricanes 10-1 record when scoring the first goal, which means they're undefeated when they don't score, which is what 2-0, I think. Shot from Slavin. Slavin wants to score one tonight, eh? Jeez. But the why am I keeping confusing them? Dorofeev behind the Hurricanes net to the point. Eichel gets it deep. Dorofeev is in the corner with Chatfield. Oh, big hit there from Barbashev. Hurricanes barely clear it, but do. And Dorofeev thought, oh boy, that would have been a golden opportunity, but offside. Percent of time trailing this season from the Sportsnet broadcast. Regular season, 39% for Vegas. Playoffs, just 22%. That is a huge change. Woo! Hurricanes win the faceoff. Up the ice. Dumped. Hard around. Vegas clears the zone. Back onto the sticks of Carolina. Oh, you're right. It is Tylenol instead of the Stanley Cup final logo. Well, I was right then. Taylor Hall. Keandre Miller on into the glove of Carter Hart. 12:59 to go in the first. Detroit fan in Montreal. I had to renew my VIP. Big thank you to Steven, all the SDPN crew. Missed my Habs game 5 because my dad passed away. My goodness, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. Thanks for letting me escape. You're always welcome, buddy. And he says, go Canes. Face off in the Vegas zone. They win it, but Carolina holds it. Svechnikov battling for it behind the net. Out to Hurdle. Stone gets it in from the neutral zone. Oh boy, big hit from a Vegas player. I think it was on Aho. Aho nowhere near the puck. No call, and the Hurricanes have the puck anyway, so it doesn't. All right, doesn't matter. Hurdle boots it back into his own zone. Shot from Jarvis is stopped. 12:18 to go in the first period. Whoa, Diane. Holy smokes. Holy Toledo. Holy Seabiscuit. Thank you for the playoff streams. STPM. Did I just screw up my own company's name? SDPN is an awesome community. Go Canes. Thank you. Canes have probably trailed about 2% of the time in these playoffs. Well, they trailed like all of game 1 against Montreal and then like seemingly never again. It took a while for Ovi to win, but that roar made when he lifted the cup worth the wait. My favorite clip of all time. Jackson Blake in front. That was Taylor Hall, just off target. Jackson Blake, Taylor Hall. Hall. That is off a skating into the Hurricanes' end. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Click and like helps us. And it makes me like you even more. Jankowski in front. No Hurricanes there. And now here comes Kolasar on the counterpunch. He gets it deep. Shoveled in front. But Hall does not get rid of it. It's Rasmus Andersson holding the line. And Freddie with the glove save. $11:23 to go in the first. Oh, that would have been filthy. But I think, did McNabb get his stick in there? I think he did. That's a good play by McNabb. Stanley Cup winning Zamboni driver, not as bad, says Mickelson. Have you seen this, by the way? Maybe you can't read it. It says they lost to a Zamboni driver who works for them. Freak says, my favorite cup lift of all time, Raymond Bork. Fun fact, he almost went to the Flyers that trade deadline. My source for that is Ray Bork. Slavin, shot! Vegas clears the rebound. Up the ice. Oh, Dorofeev, Dangle! That pass is off target. Vegas really up in the physical element here. Stahl hands it off to Slavin. Cross ice. That's a nice defensive stick from Dorofeev. Rebound! Oh, Hurricanes! Stahl whiffed on that. Now here comes Barbashev. Deep in the Hurricane zone. Walker to Keandre Miller. I'm going to avoid coughing into the mic, but I'm not going to be perfect, so apologies in advance. Is that icing? It is against the Vegas Golden Knights. 10:24 to go in the first period. Very early on in this game, but shots are 7-2. Barbashev laid a big hit there on Ehlers. Ehlers stayed standing, though, and that was a nasty sauce from Dorofeev. But just couldn't connect with Eichel. Is Jesse going to stream the NBA Finals? No. He's got a bunch of weddings. Any memories from the 06 final? My hockey awakening. I remember game 1. Hurricanes fans, don't hold this against me, but I wanted the Oilers to win. I liked that team. I liked the players on it, and it was nothing against the Hurricanes players. But the Hurricanes had also recently beaten the Leafs in the conference final, so the series I'm talking about is 2002, and the Hurricanes beat the Leafs in 2006. So Oilers had not beat the Leafs in recent memory, so I like them. But yeah, I remember it. I remember watching Game 7. The legend of UC Markkinen. Obviously Ty Conklin as well. Vegas, up the ice. Hurricanes just say, nope, we're going this way, as they tend to do. Francois Labelle, I clicked like twice. So you should like me double. I do. Jackson Blake will flip it in. Both teams really stingy in the neutral zone here. Flipped in, and Eric Robinson, watch this guy. He's so fast. Lays the body there. Airmailed into the Hurricane zone. Goss' bear sends it right back. Robinson gets it deep. Vegas can't get out of their zone. Listen, Vegas looks better than Montreal did, but I got to say there's a lot of similarities to what Carolina is doing to Vegas early on in this series that we saw in 5 games against Montreal. Behind the Hurricanes net as everyone changes. And the fans applaud. 8:15 to go in the first. Up the ice. Chipped into the Vegas zone, no icing. Dorofeev. Oh, you got to get the puck out. He does. Eichel. Cross ice. He's picked off and turned away. And this is going to be a breakaway. It's Ehlers again. And he scores again. Are you joking me? Make the most of it. Why don't you? Nick Ehlers, 12 minutes into his first Stanley Cup final game, has 2 goals. And the Hurricanes lead early 2-0. What a start for Nick Ehlers. I can't believe it. And that was nasty. The first goal, he goes under the glove. Oh, you know what? I think he did it again. Or did he tuck it 5-hole? He goes to the backhand out. Nasty. I can't tell if he tucked it 5-hole from that angle, but holy cow. Here they come again. Jackson Blake turned away. Assist to Chatfield. Hall with the puck. Hall shot. That stopped and out of play. Holy Toledo. 7:32 to go in the first. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Another one just donated $50 to Rainbow Railroad. Thank you, the Lord of Spuds. And we will talk about that in a moment. Ehlers Conn Smythe. I mean, if this keeps up, Angela Bug sent 5 SDPN memberships. Freak says, all you ever need to know about Torts, away from hockey, he can be the best person ever. As a boss in hockey, he is an absolute tool. Well, I've never met the man, but he comes across as a bit of a... I'm going to be harsh. He comes across as a bit of a silly Billy. He does. He does. Drew, don't censor that. Don't censor. Don't cut. Drew goes all that time on a team in a Canadian city and struggling, and he gets to the Stanley Cup final and it's 2 goals. It's going around, man. It's contagious. Francois Labelle, did you say, are you choking me? Didn't know you're into that. Sheesh kabibbles. So about all the people saying it'd be a walk for Vegas. Okay. I don't know who told you it would be a walk for Vegas. I said Vegas is going to win. I still think that. We're less than a period in, but a walk? It's the Cup final. Freak says my point exactly about Torts. Giggling Cat, someone needs to put Ehlers in that L Woods meme. What, like it's hard? Corrupted says, Steve! And they're right. Angela Bug, thank you for 5 SDPN memberships. I can't remember if I said it. I'm really having trouble catching up. Ehlers for Conn Smythe. While we're talking about the 2018 Caps, Evgeny Kuznetsov posted that he's at the game tonight. Forever legend for that goal to beat Pittsburgh. Oh. I sprained my shoulder at hockey. I suck. Love to see your players leave the team that drafted them and make the Cup finals. Ehlers is on fire, says Boss Ferratu. Did you know that Torts has dogs? Steve's into choking, confirmed. I'm choking on tree pollen at the moment. Do you think being down 2 is a dark time for Marner? This is bullying. You stop it. 7:03 to go in the first, offside against Vegas. It's been unseasonably cold, but I'm happy to report I've acquired my first mosquito bites of the season. Sign of the summer. We did it. Silly Billy. My kids are watching, Steve. Oh, I said it again. Good people are nice to coworkers, not just dogs. How many subs to commentate as Buck Martinez? 1,000. Do you talk to your mother with that mouth, Steve? Silly Billy. I'll call her right now and say Silly Billy. I'll call her right now. Vegas with a little bit of ozone time here. Cole Smith, Braden McNabb in front. Oh, that was a golden opportunity there for Nick Dowd. Cole Smith, McNabb, Shea Theodore, and they score. Vegas is on the board. And you thought this was going to be easy? 6:32 to go in the first. Vegas off a deflection, and it looks like it's going to be Shea Theodore's goal. Colasar was emphatic, and Vegas is on the board. It's a 1-goal Hurricanes lead now. It definitely hit someone. He says, well, Drew's saying he tipped it. I think it was Freddie Anderson's stick. Let's see. I think that goes off Eric Robinson's leg. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. You told me I'm tripping. Do the Hurricanes think about a challenge? The building went quiet, and you sort of see them. Is this a penalty? Against Carolina, but Vegas had the puck. 6:23 to go in the first. Cross-checking. Wow. What? I'd love to see this. Oh, yeah, Brett Howden, he got him in the head. And Tortorella seemed pissed on the bench. I think he was pissed at Howden. Hey, am I wrong? Yeah, he got. God damn it. Are we rooting for Mitch or Freddie? They're both great stories. Minor Matt said, what did I miss? Still working, but watching the stream. Nick Ehlers has scored twice. Vegas just got one back. But now the Hurricanes go to the power play. 6:22 to go in the first. The Hurricanes power play sucks. It has been really bad in these playoffs. I don't think they had a goal against Montreal, maybe one. So it'll be very fascinating if they are able to get something going here. Even looking dangerous. Like, they never really even looked dangerous against Montreal. They hold the line there. Keandre Miller, Stankoven, Miller on. Stankoven's going to, Jackson Blake. Lozon has lost his stick. So it's 5 on 3.5. Jackson Blake. Cross ice. Miller is blocked. Lozon goes and gets his stick. Hurricanes don't really take advantage. One-timer. Jackson Blake is blocked by a skate. Miller holds the blue line. Jackson Blake. Jordan Stahl. Back to the point. Miller. Hall, nice move. Jackson Blake. Oh! Miller. Stankoven wants it. Miller. Jackson Blake. Is this not the second unit? Shot by Miller is blocked. Is this not the second unit? Yeah, I was looking at the personnel. I go, wait a sec. Feels like we're missing something. Under 5 minutes to go in the first. Oh, Carolina bobbling it in their own end. Aho. Here comes Gostisbehere leading the rush for the Canes. Cross ice. Vegas's penalty kill has been incredible. Ehlers. Jarvis. Imagine a first period Hattie. Ehlers. In front! Almost. He's got it now. Ehlers. Dying seconds of this power play. Ehlers. Cross ice Jarvis. Not a well-placed pass. Gostisbehere gives it up, and this is going to be a breakaway. Howden. Oh, he didn't have the speed. Cross ice! Freddie, where is it? Puck is loose, and they blow the play dead. That was a very good opportunity. I don't know what took him so long to get out of the box. He was gone. He was gone. Yeah, looks like we're going to get a commercial break without seeing what happened there. Silly Billy, Silly Billy, Silly Billy, Silly Billy, says SLS. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. I've got two favorite Stanley Cups, says Denise. Ray Bork and Lanny McDonald. Oh, you've done it, Lenny. You've done it. Making the Flames the only team other than the Habs to win a cup in the Forum. That feels impossible. Austin Walker. So I went away for a few minutes to get my pizza and Vegas scored. I'm thinking Canes fans want me to stay still. Yes. Thomas Cook said, all the good vibes go to Carolina. Go Canes. Thanks for all the amazing content, Steve, and the SDPN. Thomas, that is extraordinarily generous of you. Thank you very much. Much, much, much appreciated. Whoa, Minor Matt with a major gift. Sent 20 SDPN memberships. Thank you, Minor Matt. Ugh. If all the trees can frig off all this tree pollen, even when they're not playing games, the Leafs are making my life difficult. Ow. Shut up, Drew. It was very good. You guys are the best. So Carolina outshooting Vegas 9-3, scores 2-1, and Vegas came very, very close to tying it right before we went to commercial break. Oh, great point from Kyle Bukauskas. It was Theodore who got beat on the first goal of the game. And then he responded by scoring. Officially, he has the goal right now. Drew thinks it was Kolasar. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. Vegas, half wall, swatted behind the net. Hall can't get there in time. Is Vegas going to be able to get out here? Where's the puck? Where's the puck? Here comes Vegas with numbers here. Marner. He's got Hannafin with him. Marner. Cross ice. Where is it? It's behind the Vegas net now. Marner in front to Howden. And that's turned away. Carolina. And this is going to be a breakaway. Stankoven is stopped. 3:30 to go in the first. This is a derby. Just want to say, Steve, you look good. Thank you. Drew says, where the hell were these passes for Colorado? Carolina. Oh, kind of blew the zone there a little bit. Stone, cross ice. That's a great pass. Oh, how don't they tie it there? My goodness. That was Sissons on the doorstep. Walker gains center and dumps it. I thought for sure they tied it there. Good defense there from Walker. Here comes Vegas again. Stone just stays on side. Freddie. Glass. Stone is city TV everywhere. Walker. With patience, airmails it into the neutral zone. Boy, that went very high. Svechnikov after it. These guys do not want the smoke with Braden McNabb, eh? That's a big body. You notice that, Drew, how soft they went into the corner there? Slavin holding it in his own end. 2:20 to go in the first. Chatfield. That's chipped in. How many likes for you to shave your beard? Ooh. I'm going to need more than likes. I'm going to need gifted subs. I don't. No. I like my beard. No. 1,000. Is that enough? I don't know if that's enough. 1967, final answer. Sedin Magic. The Canes are so good at getting behind opposing teams' defense. Oh my God, they're incredible. Carolina just doubled the amount of Danes on the team and made the Stanley Cup final. They get a third Dane, they might turn into a dynasty. No, that would be a dynasty. Justin said neither is 1967. Minor Matt. In school, my nickname was either Major Minor. Wait. Oh, your real name is Minor? Like last name, I assume? That'd be crazy if her last name was Matt. Vegas to the point. Rasmus Anderson back around the net. Kolasar. This fourth line for Vegas been very effective in this young game. Hurricanes get out, but that's oh, never mind. Takes a funny bounce. No icing. Great defensive stick from Carrier, who stays on side. He's going 1-on-5 as Carolina changes. Vegas. I'm surprised they didn't hit the Jumbotron. Carolina changing. Keandre Miller. Logan Stankoven. Stankoven shot. He's stopped. There is a rebound. Vegas trying to draw. Anderson wanted a call there. Might have had a point. Stankoven fighting for it. Kolasar behind his own net. Trying to get it to William Karlsson. And he gets it out. How many likes to get a Silly Billy tattoo? That's no. No. There is no amount of money. Jackson Blake. 30 seconds to go in the first. Where did the time go? Dumped. Vegas looking to get one more rush here. Shea Theodore with a bullet up the ice. Freddie has to play it, and he does. Oh, Slavin stumbles. He's got to catch up to it. Svechnikov. Here come the Hurricanes 3-on-2. Marner is the trailer. Hurricanes are stymied. It's cleared, and that'll do it for an action-packed first period. Shots 12-4 for Carolina. But the score is 2-1. We got a tight one. Nick Ehlers with a pair of goals. Shea Theodore answers back. It is a 2-1 Carolina lead as we head into first intermission. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Yeah, I don't have it though. Are you sure? That's weird. It didn't show up there either. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. What a period. Holy cow. Hey, happy Pride Month. We are proud to announce that SDPN is once again taking part in the Get Real Movement's virtual 5K this June, because it's June, even though I said it was May in a recent video, even though it wasn't May. That was yesterday. That was yesterday I did that. Anyway, we're proud to announce that SDPN is once again taking part in the Get Real Movement's virtual 5K this June in support of Rainbow Railroad. If you want to support us and donate or find out more, you can find the link in the chat and in the description below. Steve's next book, These Trees Are Ruining My Life. Drew, do we have a clip for first intermission? Here's me, Adam, and Jesse reacting to Kelly McCrimmon telling Leaf fans to get over it because he has time for that, but not to give Bruce Cassidy permission to speak to other teams.
Kelly McCrimmon gave an interview to Overdrive on TSN on Friday. We recorded our last show on Thursday, but we still wouldn't have caught it, I don't think. And in it, he talked about Mitch Marner. And he said that he compared Toronto fans to you've broken up with your ex and you can't move on. And he said, you guys just need to move on. I can't play the clip, I don't think, because it's copywritten by TSN and we would get demonetized. There's a couple of other things from that interview that I want to talk about, but I want to start here because you got to remember, this is the guy that didn't have enough time to grant Edmonton and LA permission to talk to Bruce Cassidy, and then changed the story and it said, we're just simply not going to allow it.
Yeah.
And then he's got time to go on a Toronto radio station, and it's a Toronto, listen, TSN's an enormous product. It's a Toronto AM radio station.
Yep.
And so Kelly McCrimmon's got time for that. And I want you to understand something. This comes on the heels of Kelly McCrimmon and John Tortorella with that written statement in the NHL fined them the $100,000 and the second round pick for not talking to the media. Kelly's perfectly happy to talk to the media when it's time to gloat. And that's what he used the Overdrive platform for in his mind. He came on, and I'm not saying that the hosts, I'm not taking shots at the hosts at all. Like let him talk.
Yeah.
That's why you have a guest on. But he came on to thumb his nose at all of Leafs Nation. And I said this in the BetMGM Big Story. I'm going to say it now. I've never been a bigger Carolina Hurricanes fan in my whole life. I am so, and I'm just saying it here, I'm so done with the anti-Toronto talk. All these guys, I remember Ryan Getzlaf, who's now with NHL Player Safety, talked to, I think, one of the Nations Network shows.
Yeah.
And he said on it, he's like, oh, I'd never play in Toronto. The media sucks and blah, blah, blah. And I want to just reframe this in people's mind for a second, if you guys don't mind. And maybe you disagree with me on this. To me, anybody who says that is telling on themselves.
Yep.
You're telling me you're too soft. You're telling me you're too soft. And I know that seems weird to say that about a guy like hard-nosed Ryan Getzlaf. Well, and he was. And I loved Ryan Getzlaf as a player. He's an unbelievable player. But when you say, I can't handle what some people tweeted about me, I can't handle what some people wrote in a subscription newspaper about me, so I can't play in that city. Listen, let me tell you something. Toronto's a fucking phenomenal place to live. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal place to raise a family. Phenomenal place to be rich. Let's be honest. These people are all rich.
I think most places are good to be rich.
This is
but Toronto's pretty good to be rich.
Good place to be rich. You've got fans that love you. You look at Ernie Clement and Vlad Guerrero Jr. and some of these Blue Jays. Whenever they show up at a game, they get a round of applause.
Ernie Clement, who had people follow him from his residence to a playoff game, and it was portrayed as a positive.
And you have basketball players like Scotty Barnes. People would die for Scotty Barnes. And so when I see guys like Ryan Getzlaf, and I'm quoting him directly, but there's been many more people who have said this. So Ryan et al. You're telling me that you're too soft to be here. And if you're not from Toronto and you're laughing at me right now, that's fine. You laugh away. I don't want anybody. Your Ryan O'Reillys, your people who cannot take it here. Ryan O'Reilly came here, grew up here, was like, nah, I'm not staying here. I don't want to be here. I'd rather go to the Predators. I'd rather go to the Predators and not make the playoffs. And by some miracle, with a 12-game winning streak, they did.
I could do a side quest on Ryan O'Reilly later in the show.
I've had it. I've had it with this. I've had enough of this. This Mitch Marner stuff is not Toronto driven. It's ESPN. It's the NHL. The NHL littered their social media pages with Marner stuff.
Yeah.
This is all everybody else going, ha ha, Toronto. Nobody wants to play there. It's too hard. All I'm saying to you is my Toronto Maple Leafs, anybody who's playing for my team, I want them to be Matthew Nyes about it. I want them to be Max Domi about it. I want them to be, I wish Austin was a little more public about it, but I want them to be Austin Matthews about it. William Nylander about it. And what they say is, I love it here. I can't believe we have the fan support we have here. This is incredible. And I'm sure the media is a bit of a pain in the ass. But you know what that is? It's called pressure. And you can go and you can win another market. I will guarantee you 1,000%. If you win here, it will be far greater than winning in any other, in most other markets.
I guarantee you, if you make a Final Four here, you won't have to work for the rest of your life.
Ever.
And we know this because we've seen it. There's a generation of players who got sort of decently close.
Matt Sundin got what? Sort of decently close. He's now running the team.
2 conference finals and uniformly loved. Gilmore, Clark, Anderchuk,
Tucker,
to a
Corson,
certain level.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Roberts, Neuendijk. They played 2 years here.
It's, listen, it is extraordinarily Mickey Mouse. And it's difficult having a conversation with someone who is a hockey fan and not a sports fan. right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was that for a long time. I think like I didn't really care about the Jays. I didn't really care about the Raptors. Like I'm much more of a sports fan now. I've been paying attention to the NBA playoffs, which is why I ignore blanket everything you've said about Toronto. Because of, well, are you actually joking? The Western Conference Final, I think would have given 90% of the league a nervous breakdown. The hatred between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs with one of the, like, Victor Wembanyama is going to save that league. They were way up here. I think they've been sagging a little bit. He's literally going to save that league because he is a 7'5" lunatic. Absolute insane person with how badly he wants to win everything. He's one of the biggest players ever shooting threes from the logo. And he is Chet Holmgren. He's got a lifelong vendetta about this guy because he won some award when they were like 17, right? You need those kind of people. And waiting for them in the final is the New York Knicks. My favorite brand of TikTok right now is people from New York telling everyone, don't go outside. Don't go outside. And if the New York Knicks do win, you better hope they win it on the road. They're going to burn that city actually to the ground. And then there's the NHL. Whee!
Let me give you something.
MICKEYMOUSE.
Well,
So many people in hockey are happy with the dinky little quaint podunk that they have made this league into. They are. I half resent the fact that the cap is going up. What have they done to deserve it?
Well, let's keep it back to the Leafs here for a second. When you say you're a hockey fan and not a sports fan, you guys know who Kylian Mbappe is, right? Plays for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
One of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Whenever he's not playing, they seem to win. Whenever he is playing, and also when he's not playing, he gets there's pictures taken of him taking a vacation on his boat. Whenever he is playing, they're not winning as much. And so there was a online petition done, and it was called Kylian Mbappe Out. Do you know how many subscriptions or how many signatures it got?
75,000.
Jesse?
100,000.
Between 30 and 70 million.
What the fuck?
Now, does anybody say, yeah, nobody would want to go to Real Madrid? Now, Real Madrid wins. Leafs have not, and I get that. But I am just about done. Kelly McCrimmon's only wanted to do two things by going on Overdrive on Friday or Thursday, or whatever the hell it was. Number one, to thumb his nose at Leaf fans. He was rubbing your face in it. That's why he was there. Just so you know, he was there to rub your face in it. The second thing he wanted to do was take a good pot shot at Edmonton as well. And listen, I'll tell you something. He said the only reason it's a story, Bruce Cassidy, by the way, the only reason it's a story is because Edmonton leaked it, is what he said.
Did Overdrive push him on the fact that he's like a proven liar?
Well, I don't think that they didn't. I think it's just like you probably would have harder questions for him than perhaps they would.
Bruce Cassidy understands. So anyway, here's two clips of him violently.
But that's why he would never come on our show, because he wouldn't be able to handle the question.
Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, Kellen McCrimmon.
He went on the show. They're a good show. They're a great show. They do great interviews, and this was a great one. This made national news.
Yep.
I know for a fact that a guy like that would never make an appearance on this show because you wouldn't let him. We just wouldn't let him have that conversation the way he did. He used the platform to take shots at two major Canadian teams and go F you to both of you.
Kelly McCrimmon is the Vegas Golden Knights in a nutshell because he's an asshole, coward, champion.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And only one of those things matters to him. Champion. And I think there's a very good chance, like I've been on record, I think the Vegas Golden Knights are going to win the series.
They do look great.
But
they look great.
Like I half resent that we're even doing this segment because my reaction to McCrimmon's quotes are, "Okay, asshole, I didn't click the fucking thing. I don't care." Like, oh, there's another clip of someone being like, "Oh, Toronto. Oh man, holy fuck. But I better take some time out of my day to hear this unprecedented opinion that no one's ever had before." Fuck you. Toronto should have a lot more.
Well, we have got to stop accepting it though. That's the other thing.
I didn't accept it.
Well,
I didn't consume it.
We,
I want.
Steve, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about not pejorative. I'm talking about the whole we collective.
Got it.
We have got to stop. We've got to stop this. It's funny because I see a lot of Leaf fans saying, "Oh, it's the media running them out of town." I'm sorry, guys.
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
Shut up.
No, it isn't. And
you can't humor this every time it comes across your timeline.
That's why I'm saying we've got to.
I've graduated to no, it isn't. Shut up.
This is what I'm saying, though.
Like,
my point is, this anti-Toronto talk gives the rest of the league glee. They love it. You know why? Because deep down they know they're not us. Deep down, Kelly McCrimmon knows if he won the cup here, it would be a bigger deal. He knows that.
yeah.
Everybody knows that. And frankly, that's not because Vegas is a bad market. It's because Toronto's got 100 years of history. Yeah. You can't buy that. You can't just expand into that. You will never have that generational depth until you've got the 100-year mark yourself.
You know what? I'm not even interested in, I can't tear down Vegas.
I'm not tearing down Vegas.
I'm not even interested in Kelly McCrimmon. I don't care. I don't care about him.
Well, I do, and I think our audience does. And I think that this is one of the things where Kelly made a specific point in his day with his team on the way to the finals to appear on a Toronto radio station to say, fuck you all, nana nana boo boo. And I think that shit, Leaf fans, here's what I need you to demand out of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Because they didn't fucking do it this year. When Mitch Marner came to town and there was lots of people supporting him, and that's great. But here's the thing, you still win that fucking game. And the Leafs were up and they goofed it. They just and Mark Stone
both times
pumping his fist.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
But the one in Toronto, Steve,
Yep.
I'm talking about. That's where they blew the lead.
Yep.
The one in Vegas, they weren't even in that game.
Yeah.
And I demand John Shaika and Matt Sundin put a team together with a heartbeat that understands games like that. Because this one thing we can say about this era is none of them have ever got it.
They don't understand
The John Tavares return to New York, they got fucking shelled.
Who was their starting goalie?
Garrett Sparks.
You're out of your mind.
Not fair. Not fair to Garrett Sparks, to be honest.
No.
Should have been Freddie.
But that's that's a fucking insane decision. It's a heartless, soulless, anti-sporting decision.
You cannot
Play your
have
starting
a Toronto
goalie,
Maple
for
Leaf
fuck's
team.
sake.
You cannot have a Toronto Maple Leaf team that doesn't have fight anymore. And that's what I'm worried about, bringing it back to Max Domi, is at very least he did.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have that throughout the roster right now. And they need it throughout. Because you know who does have it? The Florida Panthers. You know who does have it? The Vegas Golden Knights. You know who does have it, surprisingly? The Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, and who was there after they beat the Leafs having this psychotic victory lap literally mid playoff run? The Florida Panthers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everyone hates, it's the crown jewel of the NHL.
Hey, did you like the thing you just watched?
Was it hilarious?
Was it informative?
Was it me losing my... Steve Dangle on the SCPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends, and wasting no friggin' time. Not producer Drew drops a 50-piece directly on top of my head. Holy crap. Gifting 50 SDPN gift memberships. He says just spent 62, or she, actually, they've never said, just spent 62 minutes in traffic going 13 miles to home so I could join you all. Time to order pizza and enjoy the stream and game. Oh, great question from Drew. Where are you getting pizza from? And also you described an amazing evening. Andrew Rose, welcome to STP VIP. Steve's next book, These Trees Are Ruining My Life. Already read that. It's still funny, though. Marner could literally lose to the team that the Leafs were going to trade him to. How haven't I thought of that? Well, you know how I haven't thought of that? I don't think about him all the time. That appears to be everyone else. Down Goes Brown tweeted, imagine being a Jets fan and watching the star you let get away last summer dominate the playoffs. Must be so aggravating. Sean's amazing, dude. You know what? Let's stir the pot. Let's retweet. Well, second period is about to begin. Vegas is down 1. They're being outshot by triple. And yet, they are a shot away from tying it. Shea Theodore brought them to within 1, and he's on the ice to start the second period. Carolina with a 1-goal lead to start the second, thanks to Nick Ehlers. Puck is dropped. Jordan Stahl wins that, and it's sent down the ice. Bit of bobbling going on. Braden McNabb slows it down. More bobbling and just shoveled in deep. Can't go wrong. Slavin can't get out of the zone. Eichel shot. That's directed away. Carolina can't clear. Barbashev scores. Oh, I thought he missed wide. Ivan Barbashev. He doesn't have 1. He's got 2. And he's looking to get his 3rd Stanley Cup. 30 seconds into the second, Carolina and their 2-goal lead has vanished. Vegas has tied it, and we have a brand new game 1 just like that. You would like a save from Frederik Andersen there. Robert Bett, after the house fire, now living in Belleville, spitting distance from the CAA Center, I'm going to buy a Marlies jersey just to cheer them on. I just turned 60 years old, so being a Leafs fan for 50 plus years, I can handle anything. We're all rooting for you, Robert. Absolutely. Now here comes Vegas again, Howden. He's off target there. Oh! Howden takes his man down. He has the puck. Hannafin. Howden. That's deflected away. Jackson Blake out to a streaking Keandre Miller. Tries to get around Hannafin. Hannafin does a pretty good job there. Stankoven trying to protect it from William Karlsson. Vegas is going to get out here. Vegas into the feet of Marner, so he loses it. Chatfield trying to bulldog it across the blue line. Doesn't work, but he gets the puck back across to Hall. But Hall bobbles it, so Chatfield just shovels it in. And this will be a face-off. Steve, I thought up the top 3 fan bases that would burn the city down if they won the cup in order: Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. Your opinion on this list? Vancouver is not high enough on this list for a city that has already done it twice. I will have no other opinion on this matter. Mad Hatter, what is the rowdiest home crowd you've experienced? Ooh. Either Nashville Cup Final 2017 or Pittsburgh. Sorry. Yeah. Nashville Cup Final 2017 or Pittsburgh Cup Final 2016. Pittsburgh, but not by a lot. Svechnikov in his own end, cross ice. Carolina chips it into the Vegas zone. Not producer Drew. Says producer Drew, my pizza is coming from a local artisan pizzeria. Not producer Drew sent 10 SDPN memberships when he did that as well. So thank you. Drew says, didn't know Pizza Hut was artisanal. Hurricanes get it down the ice. Vegas kind of dictating this period so far. Hot take, I know. They've scored. And we're 2:30 in. Gostisbehere up the ice. It's chipped into the Vegas zone. Yeah, definitely nothing coming easy. At least compared to the first period. Nikishin down low. Carolina's defense have really activated here. Dowd holding on to a stick. Gostisbehere. Oh, Vegas is coming anyway. Here comes Carolina. Martinuk. Anderson throws it around. Barbashev. Anderson steers that into the corner. Sean Walker trying to keep it away from Pavel Dorofeev. Hurricanes. They're going to get out. Ehlers, Walker, Martinuk. Shot! That's stopped. There's a rebound. Vegas clears it into the corner. Martinuk, hard around to the point. Into the feet of Taylor Hall, so the Hurricanes will lose the zone here. And here comes Eichel. He's got friends. Eichel steered wide. Oh my goodness, what a stick from Keandre Miller. Can't clear it though. Alone in front! Vegas! Oh my goodness. How didn't they convert there? Jackson Blake now in the neutral zone. He's solo. Never mind. Here's Taylor Hall. Hall stripped. Marner shovels that into the neutral zone. Good stick from Chatfield. This is great hockey to start this game. Eichel. Vegas is one shot away from having as many shots in the second as they did in the first. Marner takes advantage of a bouncing puck. Gets it deep. Oh, boy. Oh, and that goes out of play. William Karlsson had Brett Howden right there. So Adam was right about Freddie, hey? How about Habs 2026 Cup Final? I can dream, right? You know, if Vegas wins, not the series, but this specific game, Adam is going to be insufferable tomorrow. Sneed Magic, just over a period into this Cup Final, and we already have blown multi-goal lead. Nothing is safe. I've said this about Vegas for months, though. Adam, what an entertaining game this has been. Steve, look out. Mark Masters is behind you. Ah! I know the NHL hates Toronto. 31 teams are keeping a secret from them. If you shoot the puck, sometimes it goes in. I know. It's ridiculous. Steve Dangle on the SCPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Hey, tell all your friends. Face off in the Hurricane zone. Oh, Marner. He almost had something going there. Marner has it behind the net. He centers it, and they score! Marner to Karlsson. And after a 2-0 Carolina lead in the first, it is 3-2 Vegas. Less than 5 minutes into the second. 3 goals on 8 shots. And Adam Wild is screaming on his couch. Right between the feet. I think that was of Aho. Sheesh kabibbles. Canes need to bench Freddie. Put in Bussy, says Portstock Chud. Not producer Drew. Sent 10 STPN memberships again. Gracias. Here comes Seth Jarvis now. Jarvis driving. Turned away by Lozon. Where's the puck? Sent down the ice. This is going to be icing against Carolina, and that building is not loud. Sean Anderson sauce. Freddie, no, don't make Adam Wild correct. Please, God, no, buddy. Francois LaBelle says Fraudy Anderson. Oof. It wasn't that late. 6-7 final score. Just over 5 minutes gone in the second. We got 5 goals on a combined 22 shots. Nikishin. Oh, Eric Robinson just misses. Hart doesn't have a stick. Can the Hurricanes do anything with this? They cannot. They're turned around. Oh, and that's offside. He still doesn't have a stick. There it is. Robinson. Oh, wow. He hit the knob of the stick and knocked it out of the hands. Oh, Adam is already in the group chat. Minor Matt, what did I miss? It was 2-1. It's not what you missed. It's what Freddie missed, and that's the puck. They're 2 good goals, but, like, stop the puck. Stop the puck. 8 shots. Stop the puck. That's the gig. That is the job in the job description. Make a save. Anderson. Oh my God, dude. Oh, loaded front. And it's behind the Vegas net. Eichel. That's behind the net. Oh, Dorfeev. He could have had a Michigan there. Eichel. McNabb. It's behind Freddie's net again. But here comes Vegas. Poked away. Held. Oh, and now Carolina clears. Barbashev gets it deep. Jordan Stahl to Jacob Slavin. Martinuk cross ice to Chatfield. Gain center. Dumps it. I don't know if he did. All right. They said he did. Vancouver fan. People remember we burned the city down twice, but they forget we also pushed someone off a bridge. Pardon? Then you can include me and everyone. What are you talking about? Hurricanes clear once again. Oh, this might be a lane. Carrier. He has to go wide. Can't get it to the point, and Vegas is going to counterattack. Kolasar gets it deep. Owen, many thanks for 5 SDPN memberships. Down the ice, and this is going to be icing against Carolina. 13:02 to go in the second. Oh, my, these are 2 completely different teams from the first period. Freddie looks awful. It's not even just 3 goals and 8 shots. Like even handling that bouncing puck. Jordan Stahl rocked Barbashev. They just showed in the replay. Howden hands it off. Rasmus Anderson in front to Marner, and he misses wide. Trying to score on his former teammate. Delayed penalty against Carolina. Rasmus Anderson, extra attacker out there. Anderson. Eichel. Cross ice. Oh, they can't get their stick on that. Hannafin. Eichel. This is like an early power play here. Hannafin. That's blocked. Eichel. Marner. In front! And that is going to finally be a whistle. 12:14 to go in the second. Vegas is going to go to the power play, their first of the game. Freddie may have had the numbers, but numbers don't lie, says Francois Labelle. And we'll get a timeout, or rather a TV timeout. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Whoa, Mike Schmidt sent 50 SDPN memberships. Many, many, many thanks. Many, many, many thanks, sir. Dropping a 50 piece on our head and brain. You're the best. Minor Matt says money bags tonight. By the way, if you get gifted a membership, say thank you to whoever gifted it to you. Steve, please say this mama can't be stopped, even without Tata, Nine and Oz. You got it. 3 kids are too many, says Mike Schmidt. Congratulations. If there hadn't been a TV timeout, would Brindamore be justified in taking one? Kinda. Whoever said 62 minutes for my pizza, you were close. 45 I have to wait. Oof. For a pie? That's too long for a pie. It's Jankowski in the box for the Hurricanes and a power play. Hurdle wins that back. Marner has it at the blue line. Eichel. These guys rip it around. Stone in front. And the Hurricanes manage to clear it. Their PK is very good. Vegas's power play is very good. So this will be very interesting. 92.5% efficiency on the PK in the playoffs for the Hurricanes. That is nuts. Dorofeev. Hurdle. Dorofeev. Back to the point. It's Marner. Marner. Hurdle. Eichel. Boy, they move it around well. Stone. In front. That's into the corner now. Dorofeev. Back to Stone. Eichel. These guys make you skate, eh? Eichel. Into the slot. Dorofeev is stopped by Freddie. 104 to go in the power play. 11-17 to go in the second. That was... I said Hurdle, didn't I? I said, oh, my bad. I know who 48 is. I think. The Hall of Pulls. Welcome to SDP VIP. Maybe because they showed Hurdle on the screen? I don't know. Or no, wait. Steve, you messed up. You done messed up, Steven. The Hurricanes clear it down the ice. 11-11. Make a wish to go in the second period. Marner with the puck behind the Vegas net. He creeps out. He hands it to Dorofeev, a.k.a. Thomas Hurdle. Eichel. Great entry. Eichel! Oh, my God, the patience! Hurdle is robbed by Freddie. Marner to Eichel. Eichel shot off the post. Dorofeev behind the net for Hurdle. Marner. Nope, that's Marner. On. Hurdle. Cross ice. What a pass. But that shot is well off target, and Marner has to go to the neutral zone to get the puck. Being chased by Aho. Hurdle with it. 10 seconds left for the Hurricanes to kill. Hurdle swatted into the corner. Wow, what a hit from Sean Walker. Eichel, though. Marner. Penalty is over, but Carolina's still in a lot of trouble. Anderson, shot. DeAndre Miller settles it down. Sean Walker. Jankowski, who bulldogs it across the blue line. William Karlsson. Shots are almost even, by the way. It was 12-4 at the end of the first. It is now 14-12 in favor of Carolina. Jackson Blake. He's got Taylor Hall. Can't find him. William Karlsson clears the zone. Nikishin sends it deep. Goss despair. Off the boards, down the ice. Not enough for icing, but enough to give it away. Rasmus Anderson. They are not chanting "Go Canes Go." They are chanting "No means no" with their whole chests. Yes, they are. Taylor Hall. That's what I heard. Chat, am I wrong? I'm pretty sure that's what. Oh, great pass. Barbashev, one-on-one. He swatted into the corner. What preceded that was they booed him when he touched the puck, and then, oh, Chatfield just broke his stick. Oh, Wyshynski tweeted it? Well, he's there. So it's in the Vegas zone. Carolina dumps it. 8:20 to go in the second. Shea Theodore sends that up the ice off the boards. Oh, big collision. There's a broken stick causing a little bit of mayhem there in the Carolina zone. Excuse me. Guerrier. What's happening? Something's happening behind the play. The fans are reacting to something behind the play. They're not showing it on screen because Carolina's in the offensive zone. Veteran Wes McCauley is talking. It's nauseating. No call. Shot, scores out of nowhere. Jordan Stahl, the captain of the Canes, ties this thing back up, this time at threes. Anyone who thought this was going to be a low scoring Stanley Cup final, not looking that way so far. What happened here? Simple dump in Martinook. Hannafin can't clear the zone, and Stahl just rips it. Who fed him the puck? I think Keandre Miller at the point. Jordan Stahl. What a shot, eh? Yeah. Minor Matt, Steve, have you seen the picture of my new puppy, Zuko? He's a Samoyed. No, I have not seen that. Steve, for reference, Mama equals Marner, Nai equals Nylander, Tata equals Tavares, Os, you get it. Mama, okay. All right. I don't know what's happening. What's the shot counter at? It is, I'll let you know in a moment because it's not on the screen. 15-12 for Carolina. 6 goals scored. Oh, Ehlers goes in feet first. Looks like he's okay. Martinook. Ehlers. This line has all 3 goals for Carolina. Stahl. Barbashev. Oh, Vegas still can't get out. Jordan Stahl swats it into the corner for himself. Fighting off Shea Theodore. That is grown man strength, but no one is there. Held by Chatfield. Cross ice. Bit too hot of a pass for Aho. Chatfield loses the zone, but not the puck. Jarvis. Oh, no. What's happening? Carolina gets it into the Vegas zone. Everyone looking to change a little bit. This is a better game than the Avs series, says not producer Drew. Puck goes into the stands. Donate to the Lord of Spud says donate to Rainbow Railroad to honor Stahl's goal. You can absolutely donate for any reason. Link is in the description and in the chat. We are raising money for Rainbow Railroad. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. This is a great game. This is a great game, man. Book today off because it's my birthday. Happy birthday. And getting to watch this game has been amazing. What do you work? Nights? Huh? I'm not going to tell anyone. I work nights. Can Pedersen be PP? I don't like this. I don't like, in general, what's happening. I'm scared, and I don't get it. Speedy V. Making their presence known. Says Costco gravy will always be the world's best gravy. You know what I appreciate about Speedy V? He says the same thing every single time, but he doesn't. Right? He doesn't just say Costco great. Like there's a little zhuzh. There's a little accoutrement. There's a little something. Third career cup final. Oh, right. He went twice. Since last cup final win, 6,200 days and 126 playoff games. 126. That's got to be up there. Holy cow. Face off just outside the Vegas zone. Carolina zone. 6:17 to go in the second. I don't know why I keep confusing these two teams. Down the ice. Jarvis pins himself to the board. Fight for it. Aho. Walker. Cross ice. Shot. That's blockered away. Hurdle comes up with it. Anderson. Hannafin. Cross ice. Gloved by Freddie with 5:54 to go in the second. Steve Dangle. On the STPN YouTube channel, click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. At intermission, we're going to have trivia. And we got a giveaway. It's a good one, too. What is it? Our top prize is a Stormy, which is the Hurricanes mascot. It's a Stormy mascot figure from McFarlane Toys. Did someone say Costco? Costco gravy? They sure did. Carolina wins that face-off in their own zone. Taylor Hall turned away at the blue line. William Karlsson. Is that puck out of play? It is out of play. I didn't hear a whistle at all. There's is it just me, Drew, or is it more difficult to hear the action on the ice tonight? Yeah, right? There's been a few times there's been whistles. The crowd is overpowering it. That's got to be it. That's why a couple of my goal calls have sucked. Because, like, if you can't see the puck go in, you're relying on the sound, and I can't hear it. 5:30 to go in the second. Chatfield. That pass to Jackson Blake is off target and shoveled in. Wizard Man sent one SDPN membership. Thank you very much, Wizard Man, for casting your spell of generosity. To Jackson Blake at center. Cross ice. Taylor Hall. That shot is off target. Here comes William Karlsson now. William Karlsson sends it around. Taylor Hall has it skip over his stick. Theodore tried to send it into the slot. Doesn't quite work. And this is going to be a partial break. Stankoven. He just didn't have any speed. Bodied by Braden McNabb. Jackson Blake can't find Taylor Hall. Vegas might have something here. Dorofeev. Pass is just a little too hot for Barbashev to handle. Sean Walker off the boards, not out. Now Carolina gets it out to a streaking Sean Walker. Walker to Stankoven. And that goes off McNabb's stick and out of play. God, if you're Stankoven, you're just like, McNabb, get lost after that shift. Great shift from McNabb. It was a bobbling puck. That's why he wasn't able to catch up to it. Stove Dingle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. And tell all your friends. My day is ruined. I have to actually try and trivia tonight. So, for trivia, to get points, you got to be right and you got to be fast. That's it. That's it. What is the theme? I didn't even see the theme. Oh, Stanley Cup. That's the theme. That's a good theme. The Stanley Cup. Have you guys seen this? You heard about this? You read about this? Well, say what you want about the 2026 Stanley Cup Final. It's not boring. We're a long way from boring. This has been awesome. I could see the coaches getting a hold of it and strangling the life from this game. I don't think these two teams are going to do that. The Hurricanes are very underratedly chaotic, and the Vegas Golden Knights have made chaotic their brand. We got a face-off coming up in the Vegas zone. As a queer hockey fan, I appreciate your support of Pride. Good to see someone say hockey's for everyone and really mean it. Happy Pride, y'all. Thank you, Chris. That is held on to for a face-off. 4:18 to go in the second. Drew, I wish you hadn't pointed out the Stanley Cup patch thing because it's bothering me now too. Eichel against Stahl. Eichel wins the draw. Battle for it in the neutral zone. Eichel's look great. 4:04 to go in the second. Hurricanes break it out. Martinook, cross ice for Stahl in the corner. Martinook can't get it in front. Still has it, battling Hannafin. Martinook in front! And Ehlers misses. Chatfield. Oh! Martinook had a great chance there. Ehlers. Barbashev's going to get it out. Chatfield is having a good game, Drew. Dude, no one really remembers because it was only a handful of games and it was during the William Karlsson. Howden. Remind me to talk about Chatfield after. Jordan Stahl. Hurricanes break it out. That's William Carrier. It's going 1-on-4. Can't get around Lozon. He's bodied. That was a hard hit. Nikishin has to scamper back to get that puck. 3:03 to go in the second. Howden curls back. Lozon slap shots it around for Karlsson. It works. Oh! Carolina will clear it, though. They stay onside. Jarvis boots it. Jarvis! Oh, you got to shoot that! Gostisbehere. Oh, now Vegas. Counterpunch. Errant pass. Jankowski, I think, thought had more time than he did, but he gets it into the neutral zone nonetheless. Oh. Vegas booting it around. Oh, partial break for Aho, and he airmails it. Out of play, 2:13 to go in the second. Stove Dangle, click like, click subscribe, or Stave Dongle, click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends, go Hurricanes. Jalen Chatfield. I got to go back and find the LFR. The problem is the Leafs played every team in their division like 9 times that year because it was the 2021 COVID season. But the Canucks, I think, had injuries and also just weren't very good. And they called Chatfield up, and he was awful. Like, it's rare for me to like watch another team and be like, man, that player's not very good. You know what I mean? Like, usually you don't see enough of a guy for the first time to be like, man, he's really fighting it. Oh, hands it off. Jarman. Oh, Svechnikov couldn't get everything on that. Couldn't get anything on that. Vegas gets out of their zone, turn it over in the neutral zone, though. But the Hurricanes, no, you're offside. You're way offside. Yeah. They blow it dead. 1:46 to go in the second. Talk about Caulfield after. No, what? Now I'm confused. I wore my Sports Are Fun t-shirt from SDPN. Oh, sorry. Sports Are Fun for Everyone t-shirt from SDPN shop at work today. Thank you, Adrena. Chatfield and Van was tough. Not the same guy now. No, definitely not. I don't remember being overly hard on him. Like, I was just sort of like, God, they're throwing this kid to the wolves. Oh, Lozon got hit in the head with the puck, and then Martinook shoved him to the ice. Slavin. Oh, nice passing. Good defensive stick from Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev is a better defensive player than I was aware of. Chatfield, I should have kept my big mouth shut. He trips Barbashev, and he will be going to the box. 1:25 to go in the second. So Carolina is going to try to survive to the horn here. And if they can, they should be in good shape. But that minute 20 is going to be a long one because Vegas knows how to rip that thing around right in front of Rooney, too. Why is that fan confused? Why is that fan wearing, was that a Santa hat? Lozon is bleeding on the lip from that puck that he took. So, Stahl versus Hurdle in the Hurricane zone. And Hurdle wins that. Oh, this might be a partial break. No interference. He knocked his man down. He knocked his man down, and it affected who has possession of the puck. All right, here comes Mitch Marner. He stays with it. Drew, like, I'm not alone, right? That's nuts. Marner to the point. Eichel off the post again. That's his second post. Eichel under a minute to go. Well under a minute to go. Marner at the point. Bouncing puck, has to settle it down, and he does. Marner, shot. That's off target. 40 seconds to go in the second. Eichel fighting for it. Slavin fighting for it. Hurdle fighting for it. Marner holds the line. Marner passes it. Eichel. Oh, he had a lot of net there. Marner cross ice shot. Stopped by Freddie Anderson. Hard around and cleared with 20 seconds to go in the second. Stone is in the Hurricanes net, and they blow the play dead with 16 seconds to go in the second. I wonder if they put time back on the clock. And they're also talking about where the faceoff goes. How did Stone end up there? Michael, that was a deflection. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. He had a lot of time to shoot that, I thought. Oh, shoot. I wasn't looking. So Stone is saying he was hit in by Slavin. You didn't see on the net cam there. He's not happy about it, though. So they did put time back on the clock. 18.5 to go in the second. But the faceoff comes outside of the zone. Sedin Magic. I have absolutely no memory of Chatfield ever being a Canuck. Must have blocked it out. It was worth blocking out. Steve, it's the Cup final. There are no rules anymore. Evidently not. Carolina wins that and gets it deep. So Vegas is going to have to put something together pretty quick here. Theodore, 10 seconds. Dumped. Let's see if that pays off. Barbashev. Oh, it's in front. It's in the corner. This ought to do it. Not in time. And wow. 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 What an action-packed game. The first period was all Carolina with a dash of Vegas. The second period was all Vegas with a dash of Carolina. And we head into second intermission. We head into the third period of game one of the Stanley Cup final with a tied game at threes. It's a beautiful thing. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell your friends that we got trivia. You son of a gun. Stanley Cup trivia. That's the theme. Our top prize is a stormy Carolina Hurricanes mascot figure from McFarlane Toys. Second and third place. Get an SDPN and Spark mini stick from our friends at Spark. And everyone else, you get a code for 15% off at the SDPN shop. Oh, not producer Drew says, got my pie plus 18 free wings because of the wait. Oh, we love free stuff. We absolutely love it. You love to see it. Steve, go Canes, go. No, I'm impartial. Trivia is on screen for people to scan. If you're too lazy to click the link in the chat or too lazy to click the link in the description. Are the trivia winners Canada only? We believe so, but we're not totally sure for shipping. Leafs color glasses. Steve, my 80-year-old parents are streaming you and say you're a real hoot. Well, just call me Steve Owl then. Robert confirming it is Canada only. Because I didn't believe Drew. You should participate anyway because it's fun. Yeah, doesn't mean you can't play. Just be like, I did it for the love of the game. What do you think? I am ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before earning its current name, the Stanley Cup was known as A, Lord Stanley's Trophy, B, the Dominion Challenge Cup, C, the Governor's Award, D, the Sheffield Punch Bowl. Although Lord Stanley, then Governor of Canada, purchased the Silver Punch Bowl in Sheffield, England, that would later become the Stanley Cup, it was originally named the Dominion Challenge Cup. So the answer is B. Only 26% got it. Sheesh. Who was the first team to have its roster engraved on the Stanley Cup? A, the Ottawa Senators, B, the Winnipeg Victorias, C, the Montreal Wanderers, D, the Kenora Thistles. I don't know. The 1906-07 Montreal Wanderers were the first team to have their roster engraved on the Stanley Cup. Annual engravings did not become a thing until 1924 with the Montreal Canadiens. Who scored the Stanley Cup winning goal for the Vegas Golden Knights in 2023? A, Riley Smith, B, Jack Eichel, C, Mark Stone, D, Michael Amadio. Riley Smith scored the 4th of 9 goals in the Vegas Golden Knights 9-3 Game 5 victory over the Florida Panthers. I was streaming that game, and it took forever because the goal light kept going off. Ready. Who was the first player to take a victory lap around the ice with the Stanley Cup? A, Gordie Howe, B, Ted Lindsay, C, Maurice Richard, D, Bert Olmsted. Detroit Red Wings winger Ted Lindsay was the first player to carry the Stanley Cup around the ice after winning it in 1950, stating that he wanted to show it to the fans. Only 31% of you got that. How many fluid ounces of liquid does the bowl of the Stanley Cup hold? 202, 205, 209, 220. Yeah, put milliliters or liters or how dare you? The bowl of the Stanley Cup holds 209 fluid ounces. That's equal to 13 pints of beer or around 50 flutes of champagne. Who scored the Stanley Cup winning goal for the Carolina Hurricanes in 2026? František Kaberle, Eric Stahl, Doug White, Justin Williams. Mr. Game 7, Justin Williams got the empty netter, but František Kaberle scored the game-winning goal, or the Stanley Cup winning goal, in the second period of Carolina-Edmonton Game 7. Only 12% of you got it. Ah! Wow. Which of these typos can still be found engraved on the Stanley Cup today? The Toronto Maple Leafs, the Boston Bruins, the New York Islanders, or D, all of the above? Yeah, is it a I don't like that. Drew goes, is it a typo or a hando because it's engraved? Ew. Uh all of these engravement errors happened before 1996 when the NHL began ordering corrections, the first being Adam Deadmarch instead of Dead Marsh. How many Stanley Cups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 3 Stanley Cup trophies. The original 1892 bowl currently on display at the Vault Room of the Hockey Hall of Fame. The 1963 Presentation Cup, the cup we all know and love, and the 1993 Permanent Cup, a replica that remains at the Hockey Hall of Fame and is displayed when the Presentation Cup is not around. The winner of trivia today is Jeff. My name is Jeff. It's not showing up on my screen. There it is. Jeff, you are the winner with 912 points. Wow. Wow. Loghud got second with 895, and Tyler was 791. That's how I know this was a really hard trivia. You podiumed with under 800 points? Wow. Justin was ruthless tonight. Wow. Denise Campbell, as Kermit sings in a certain song, rainbows have nothing to hide. I don't remember that song. Donate to Rainbow Railroad. Freak says I got 2 right. All right. Well, you tried, and we're glad that you did. Drew, do we have a little Clippington? Here's the Steve Dangle podcast. That's 3 guys naming guys talking about the Habs season and whether or not it was garbage.
But I do want to talk about the end of the Montreal season because, and I meant to put that in with Gallagher, and I don't know why I didn't do that. So we're jumping back to the Canadiens here because let's be honest, call it what it is. The Carolina Hurricanes kicked their fucking asses.
Man.
And I know everybody's, and Montreal should be extraordinarily proud of what they accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
But like when Florida kicked Carolina's ass last year, Carolina's like, shit, we got to work on some stuff. And they did. What do you think Montreal needs to do next year to not only get back here, but at very least push a series like this to 7? Because it seemed like you were riding, especially late series, Dobish.
Yeah, I think the Habs won 2 periods that whole series. The
Better
first,
than the Avs.
Yeah. Yeah. They won the first and the third period of game 1.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. That is the end of that. I think they just got to get older.
Just get older and better.
They got to get older and better because like all those guys have dominated at basically every level they've played. They never had the puck. You kind of need that.
Especially their game.
Their game
is the
like sorry, man. Tree pollen is just beating the shit out of me.
good. Deserve it. Kelly McCrimmon is happy about this.
I probably do.
Kelly McCrimmon likes this status update.
They don't have tree pollen in Vegas. They probably don't.
I know
actually,
they probably
now that I
don't.
think of
Yeah.
it. They have trees. Do they have trees? Palm trees? Anyway, where were we talking about?
We're talking about Montreal and what they want to do.
It's hard not to look at that series and go, we need to be better at everything. Goaltending seemed fine. Hudson's going to be such a player. Boy, Carolina wore him down. They wore him down, man. There were times he would get the puck and do like hero ball in the third period. I'd see him skating with it, and I'd be like, I forgot you existed for 15 minutes. Like,
wow.
I'd have to be like, oh, there's Lane Hudson. And like, it's not even a criticism. It's just how well Carolina played him. Lane Hudson needs the puck.
Mm-hmm.
And if the team never friggin' has it, it's difficult to be like, oh yeah, man, he really boxed that guy out strong. You know, he showed he had better defensive chops than I thought, but man, he got murdered out there. Caulfield and Slafkovsky, I'll give a ever so slight pass to Suzuki, but Caulfield and Slafkovsky have got to be more effective 5-on-5. Slav, I'm sure, is battling injuries, but he's got to be more effective 5-on-5. They by design rope-a-dope. So like a lot of it, I don't think was them necessarily getting completely caved in by Carolina. It was they want you to do that. They want you to come into the Venus flytrap and then they expose you. That's their game. They need more capable offensive players throughout that lineup. Jake Evans is a great player. Second line center?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you do a little... I was going to say, can you do better than Kirby Doc? But like even he had a few really good games.
But is that
in
Oliver
there.
Kapanen, who was scratched, by the way, a few times? Is that him getting better?
Yeah, and that's another guy who was young, right? And Slav is like 22 and Caulfield's like 23 and Demidov is 20 and Hudson is 21 and
Jesse, what do you...
There's so many things that I think just get better over time.
Other than being obsessed with the Toronto Maple Leafs, if you're Ken Hughes, what do you do this summer?
There's a big talent gap there right now in the forward group specifically. I think the defense is it's really good. Like I think there's a strong case to made like, hey, you don't need to mess with anything on the back end. Hudson's just gonna get older and bigger and stronger and know more of his game because Carolina did beat him up and made him ineffective largely in that series because of how much they pounded him time after time after time. And he's just going to get better in the NHL. Like he's so young.
Reinbacher in for Struble is going to be insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and,
if it works.
And then the forward group, that's where you got to start adding pieces. But they're set up so well in their cap situation that it won't be hard. But there's a talent gap there with Carolina. And then the guys you do have who you expect to perform, like Steve mentioned, Cole Caulfield at 5-on-5. He had 2 5-on-5 goals or even strength goals this playoffs. That's not good enough.
No.
That's not good. You went to game 7 in both the first 2 rounds and then 5 in the next one. That's enough games to where I expect you to put up more than 2 even strength goals.
They played 18 games, man.
Yeah.
Like
you had 40 even strength goals in the regular season.
You scored a even strength goal every 9 games.
Come on. So you expect more from Caulfield there. Slafkovsky, the same thing. He just very underwhelming playoffs. Demidov, he's a little baby. Like, let's give him time to grow into that.
By the way.
Yeah, big compliment.
There's bad baby and good baby. He's good baby.
Yes, a baby in that he is young and that there was a little bit too much on him at this point in his NHL career.
I thought he looked great.
Yeah, he was really good at times, and he's only going to get better from here. So, like, that's where you're going to improve. The bottom of the lineup, I think, was there a lot. Like, Newhook put up a bunch of goals. I shouldn't say bottom lineup. There's a middle six.
Guys outside of the
forward,
guys you depend on.
Exactly. Like Newhook put up a ton of goals. Deneau was very effective on the secondary end of the ice, the defensive side.
He always is.
He was fantastic, and then contributed with a couple big goals too.
I kind of like Bolduc and Texier.
Like if you're Ken Hughes, you're just looking at this and just go out, make some trades for something down the middle. You know, you're going to look a lot better, and then bolster the bottom 6, and you should be good, and you should be right back where you were.
Yeah, like I don't know. I know it's. Listen, it's fun to dunk on them, and if you wanted to dunk on them, you unfortunately had to wait a while, right? So I get it, but okay, they lost to Carolina and it was bad. That means they're bad now.
No.
Okay, well, it didn't mean that for Carolina, who was in this position a year ago.
And these things aren't linear. Like we can't expect just every single year you improve, even though they've gone that way since their rebuild, which it just started a couple of years ago, and they went from missing the playoffs to the first round, and then they won the second round, and then now they're in the conference final. Doesn't mean next year you're in the Stanley Cup final.
First overall pick in there too.
Yeah. It's been a quick turnaround, and there needs to be some patience in Montreal because I don't think this means like they should be contending for the Stanley Cup next year and that they're going to win it, and it might take another 2 years to get back to this position where you're right there.
This was surprising.
Totally.
It was surprising.
But
like a lovely surprise if you're them.
Great learning experience, man.
And you played on the edge in that your style worked in 2 Game 7s against Buffalo and Tampa. because you by design, I think a little bit in those two games, you got outplayed and outshot, but Montembeault was fantastic, and you're able to get those goals.
Not Montembeault.
Sorry, Montembeault.
No,
Montembeault.
no, they'd be
Montembeault was somewhere in Laval.
They'd be Montembeault if he was playing.
Yeah,
Say that. Right?
Dobish was fantastic, and like maybe a couple bounces it goes differently, and we're looking at the season a little differently. So I think by design you play those games a little better, and you try and win the expecto goal meter plus the actual goal meter.
No, let's
You
not.
know, let's try and get those next time. But they're
expected goals.
they're in such a good position.
The Game 7 against Tampa, it's only remembered for the 9 shots. The Tampa didn't get a ton done
No,
offensively in that game either.
No.
Well, obviously they only had the 1 goal, but like they didn't have a ton of shots and they weren't terribly dangerous.
And Vasilevsky was really good when he had to be. Like
Yeah,
it's not like Montreal didn't have their chances with those 9 shots.
no, people kept looking at, oh yeah, Vasilevsky was just shit. He was garbage. Like, I think it's a little more nuanced than that. He wasn't up to the standard that we're used to, but he was pretty good.
Hey, did you like the thing you just watched?
Was it hilarious?
Was it informative?
Was it me losing my mind?
Possibly.
On the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. By the way, we were talking about typos on the Stanley Cup. Sedin Magic says, hope the Boston typo was in 2011. Sour grapes. But I get it. It is a 3-3 game heading into the third period. That's good stuff. Got a face-off coming at center ice. Who's it going to be? And how many goals is it going to take? We've had 3 goals in each period of this game. These two teams keep their foot on the gas, or does it become a chess match? They're showing a lady in the crowd, like, looked like saying a prayer. Who's this? Hurdle versus Stahl. Owen just gifted 10 SDPN memberships. Thank you, thank you. And the puck is dropped. I forgot the Hurricanes are killing a penalty to start this period. 25 seconds. Stahl has it, though. Oh, really good work down low. But Eichel's going to come up with it. And, oh, dear. What happened to Martinook? He's got to skate to the bench. And he just grabs the still. Oh, Eichel's rocked. But Dorofeev has it. He shoots wide. Eichel has it now. What the hell is going on? Theodore down low. It's behind the net for Stone. He's got Hurdle in front. Can't get it to him. The penalty is over. And Chatfield comes out of the box. The defenseman is now the third forward here, trying to help the Hurricanes get out of it. Vegas still working. Oh! How don't they bury that? I think Vegas has had way more chances than Carolina in this game. Am I wrong? Way more opportunities where I'm just like, how didn't you bury that? Hurdle into the corner. Martinook after it. He's had an eventful shift. Carlson gets it loose. That's off the end boards. Chatfield can't clear it. Theodore. And they score! Off the deflection, it's Brett Howden. And a minute 21 into the third period, another early period goal for Vegas. They go up 4-3. What happened here? Shot and a deflection from Howden. Let's see here. That's a good deflection. Yeah, again, you'd love your goalie to get in front of it. It's a good deflection, but you'd love your goalie to get in front of it. It's a crazy pass from Theodore, 100%. Not producer Drew sent 20 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup. And the Hurricanes dump it deep. Vegas now for the first time out shooting the Hurricanes. 17-16 a shot. Jankowski. Fourth line for Carolina here. Goss is spare. Blocked is spare. William Carrier. I've liked his game tonight. Eric Robinson. I liked his game against Montreal. But Rasmus Anderson comes out with it. Howden's 11th goal. He's having a bit of a Sam Bennett run. He's not many goals back of him. I think Bennett won the Conn Smythe with 15 goals. Oh, a giveaway! A shot! And a Freddie save on Dorofeyev. Taken down. In front. Eichel again can't get to that. Theodore. Where's that? It's behind the net. Nikishin trying to get it off Barbashev. A battle in the other corner. Eichel comes out with it. Eichel. Keandre Miller helps the Hurricanes get rid of it, and now they come down the ice. Seth Jarvis taking off his stick. That line just has not been effective enough. 17-16 to go in the third. We get a whistle. Svechnikov, Jarvis, Aho was not the loudest against Montreal. Svechnikov, I believe, got an OT winner. But they got to be better than they've been tonight if Carolina's going to win this thing. Freddie Anderson getting his mask fixed. Mask fixed. Freddie Anderson, first Danish goaltender to ever play in a Stanley Cup final. I did not know that, but yeah, it makes sense. Vegas with it. They advance and they get it deep. Along the half wall, it kind of dies there. Anyone want it? Rasmus Anderson charging. He's behind the net. In front. Vegas. Oh, they put that just wide. Anderson shot through traffic. Stankoven in transition. Here he comes. Hall gains the zone. Spins. Down low for Stankoven. He's got Jackson Blake, and he finds him. Jackson Blake in front. Shot from Keandre Miller is off target. Taylor Hall. Miller. Hall. Bobbling puck. He loses the zone. Hurricanes re-rack. Slavin. Hands it off. Jackson Blake. Gets it. Can't get it back to Slavin. Sends it down low to Stankoven. Stankoven. In front to Jackson Blake. There's a stop. Slavin. That puck is out of play. 16:03 to go in the third. Neither team has hit 20 shots yet. So the octane has been there. Still limited. Yeah, Carolina did have 12 shots in the first period. And now they have 18. Like you said, Drew, not the same pair of teams that we saw. Lozon. I think that's going to be icing. It is. 15:57 to go in the third. Was that the game-winning goal, folks? Was that the game-winning goal? Drew says yes. Jankowski versus Sissons. Hurricanes come up with it. Never mind. Vegas comes up with it. Hit into the corner. Steve, how's the emo voice tonight? Not much better than it was a few nights ago, but better. Is this going to be icing? It is not. Theodore battling William Carrier, who does not waste an opportunity to get a big piece of him. But Vegas sends it down low. Anderson out of his net. Miller. Miller has it again. Christ. Ehlers. Stahl. Shot. There's a stop. Stahl. Ehlers Looking for a Hattie. Sean Walker on. And that's out of play. 15:07 to go in the third. R. Bruce Rye sent one SDPN membership. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ehlers 2 goals on 2 shots. Not to think this way, but that means he doesn't have a shot since about halfway through the first. In fairness, neither do most of his teammates. They have 8 shots since they ended the first period with 12. But they have an ozone draw here. William Karlsson and Sebastian Aho on the faceoff. Faceoff's nearly dead even. Vegas wins that. Marner off the glass and out. Swatted deep by Howden. Howden tries to center. It does. Marner gets it to Theodore at the point. Stays onside. Slavin fights off Karlsson. Chatfield gets it to a friendly stick. Here come the Hurricanes with some speed here. Jarvis swatted away. He's got to be more effective. This whole line's got to be more effective for Carolina if they're going to have a chance in this game and in this series. 14:30 to go in the third. Slavin leaves it for Keandre Miller. Miller gets it deep. Hard around. Where is it? Out of play. 14:11 to go in the third. On the draw versus Stahl. Scrum draw. It's in Stahl's feet, and he comes up with it. Jeez. That was a grown man face-off. Martinuk falls down. Vegas still not able to clear. Miller. Ehlers. Ehlers. Cross ice, but it hits everything. Are they calling a penalty? Oh, they're calling a penalty on Vegas? Oh, a hand pass. Rasmus Anderson? What did he do? He hit Stahl? I'm going to have to see that again. Oh, jeez. So he wrapped his hand around the puck and threw it. But right after he did that, Stahl popped him. He popped him real good with the shoulder. And Carolina is going to go to the power play with a chance to tie it here. Here's the thing. Their power play's at like what, 12%? You know, people talk about how the Stanley Cup Finals anarchy, and the deeper you go in the playoffs, the calls go away. The calls decrease for sure. But to me, that makes special teams more important. If the chances are so few and far between, if the opportunities are so few and far between, you have to convert on them. You have to. Neither team has been able to do it tonight. Vegas's power play has looked very good. Carolina's power play has looked like the same thing I saw against Montreal. Like, Carolina dominated that series, and every time they got a power play, I'm like, can they just decline it? Their one power play they've had in this game, they played their second unit for 1:15. Like, they're in a tough spot here. In Vegas, a very good penalty killing team and also a threat to score shorthanded. Silent Phantom says shorty incoming. Shorthand goal. Yeah, a lot of people are picking up what I'm putting down there, man. Shea Theodore's been a star. Someone send this guy to the Olympics. 13:51 to go in the third, and a full power play here. Sissons versus Stahl. This looks like the top unit. Official call closing the hand on the puck. Is Vegas going to be able to get out? They are. They're 0 for 1 with no shots, so saith the broadcast. Goss despair. They are using their top unit. Ehlers, although I feel like Ehlers is on their second unit. Terrible pass, so they'll have to re-rack. Dude, how are you in the Stanley Cup final with a bad power play? Jarvis nearly gives it away. Svechnikov. This might honestly be Operation Don't Give Up a Shorty and then try to tie it afterward. Let's see. Cost despair. Minute 15 to go. Ehlers. Another kind of off-target pass from Ehlers. Jarvis. Aho. Goss despair. Jarvis! Oh, he had a wide open net and he missed it. Goss despair can't hold the zone. Carolina re-racks. Here they come. Jarvis. Svechnikov. Nice feather pass there from Jarvis. Aho battling Eichel. Gets it to Goss despair. Goss despair. Jarvis can't handle that pass. And Marner's going to skate it out with Eichel. That's a crazy shorthanded duo. Eichel gets a shot on Freddie, who plays it. 35 seconds to go in this power play. Operation outshoot Vegas's penalty kill. Here comes Stankoven through the neutral zone to Hall. Just turned away so easily. 15 seconds here. Freddie. Freddie, you're supposed to be on lockdown. 5 seconds. Stankoven gains the zone, hands it off, back to Stankoven, to the point. No shots on that power play again. Miller, Walker, shot, blocked. Endowed. That was a good stick there to send it down the ice. Here come the Hurricanes. Jackson Blake after it. Whoop. Vegas sends it all the way down the ice, but not enough for icing. That was perfect. 11:25 to go. Miller being hounded by Sissons. William Carrier, he's going to get a piece of his man like he's been doing all night. Trying to get the puck, though. Sissons gets it down the ice. I remember Sissons getting drafted. Guelph? I think Guelph. Jankowski. Oh, Vegas is going to say this is a penalty. Or did this go into the bench? Oh, baby, is this going to be delay a game? They're going to have a chit. They're going to have a little chat. Oh, and the feed just died. Oh, it's back. Did your heart stop? They just called delay of game. Not producer Drew says PK equals pizza killer equals me. Good for you. Good for you, King. So Jankowski goes to the box for the second time tonight. Not a great name for him. Name? Not a great game for him. Mark Jankowski's a fine name. Not a great game. 10:57 to go in the third. Carolina wins that faceoff, sends it down the ice. Man, if you think I won't shut up about Carolina's power play, imagine if Vegas scores here. That narrative's going to get real loud real fast. Dorofeev turns it over. Carolina sends it down the ice. Still so much time left. 1:35 left in this power play. Marner with it. Marner hands it back to Eichel. Eichel, such a smooth skater. He stops up. Hurdle. Marner directing traffic. Hurdle loses the zone. Might lose the puck. But he button hooks it to Marner. That was nice. And back to Hurdle. Stone. Hurdle with a lane. And misses the net. That would have been disgusting. Still 1:05 to go. Marner pass interrupted. Oh, partial break. He doesn't have the speed. It's Jarvis. Cycles it for Aho. This is another pretty crazy PK duo. But Eichel has it now. Good stick there from Aho. Oh, what is Carolina doing? Here comes Vegas. Almost had a 2-on-1. Drew asking if Jarvis is slower than you remember. Maybe, honestly. Another great stick from Carolina. Robinson. Can't get it to a friendly stick. Might have gotten away with a trip there. This is a really solid kill so far. 25 seconds ago in this Vegas power play. Even if Carolina kills it, there's time ticking off that clock. Here comes William Karlsson to Rasmus Anderson, who was just in the box himself. Howden is hit. Martinuk gets it down the ice. This will just about do it. 5 seconds to go here. And Carolina kills it. They have 8:55 to tie this. And they are allowed icing against Vegas. And oh boy, they have a real good argument that this shouldn't have been icing. 8:46 to go in the third. Spicy Bricey. I have an 11 game season ticket plan for the Canes and get one ticket for each playoff round. Obviously, I want us to beat Vegas ASAP, but the game I have tickets for would be game 7. Go Canes. Oh. I don't know. Like, do you want them to win every game, or do you want to attend like one of the best games in your franchise's history? Offensive zone draw. Stankoven versus Sissons. Sissons wins it. Oh, scrum draw, actually. Gostisbehere. He scores! Shane Gostisbehere with a laser beam. It's 4-4 in what was supposed to be a low-scoring Stanley Cup final. In game 1, the winner, whoever it ends up being, is going to need at least 5 to get the job done. Number 4 with Carolina's number 4. And we got a new game again. What a bullet. So many. He does have to save that. It kind of goes under his blocker. Not under his blocker arm. Sort of the na. You know what I mean? Robert. Thank you for 5 SDPN memberships, you beaut. And that's icing against Vegas again. So that's pretty interesting. Vegas commits an icing that they don't really think was an icing. And Carolina scores off of that draw. Yeah, they just showed the icing again. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Drew. I think Vegas, I think that's the wrong call. I'll be honest. Del Taco Vista, triple overtime? Please, no. Keandre Miller. Carolina with new legs here. Stankoven in the corner. Oh! Jackson Blake behind the net. He can't center it. He's trying, though. Stankoven. In front! Oh, Taylor Hall is blocked by Noah Hannafin. He leaned into that with his entire body. Drew says Hannafin eats pucks and it's annoying. Down the ice for Carolina. Martinuk. Whoop. Battle along the half wall. They had the lead and then they didn't have the lead. Good shout. You'd kind of like a save there if you're Vegas, eh? Yes. Yeah. Excuse me. Steve Dangle here. STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. It's not even the cough or the nose, although both of those things are annoying me. My face is itchy, dude. 7:49 to go in the third. We go to commercial break. Stove Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. How many of you were going to be watching the NBA final? I just want to know for my own curiosity because a lot of NBA final games are coinciding with Stanley Cup final games, if I'm not mistaken. None of them are? Oh, never mind. What happened there? Oh, because the two conference finals ended in 5 games or less. Never mind. Never mind. I know. So Drew said what I was thinking. The NBA final this year is going to break viewership records. Dude, it's Victor Wembanyama, who's the most fascinating young player in North American sports. Among athletes under 25 in North American sports, who's more interesting than Victor Wembanyama? The 7'5" alien with the handles of Allen Iverson. Like what? It doesn't make sense. And they're taking on the New York Knicks. That's crazy. At least shots on goal are pretty even between both teams. They are. Trot's already building his heel loss narrative. Dude. I don't think Torts is going to complain about it after the game if Vegas loses. Ironically, I think he might complain about it if they win. If they lose, he's just going to be like, I'm not commenting on that. We have good refs. Something like that. 7:47 to go in the third. Hurricanes get it deep. Vegas is, there's the whistle. Has anyone else noticed the dude with the bright orange hat who sits behind the visiting net at Hurricanes games? This is the second time I noticed him. I noticed him during the Habs series. (21-19) are the shots for Carolina. Stahl, another face-off win there. Chatfield helps get it deep. Stahl battling Theodore. Oh, reverse hit into Theodore. Martinook centers it. Where is it? Ehlers. I'm going to remind everyone on Hattie Watch. He's been on Hattie Watch for a while. Chatfield. Shot. Where is it? Bounces. There's a rebound. Martinook gets it cross ice. Ehlers. Shot. Oh, it just died there in the slot, but Vegas clears it. And Slavin says, get that garbage out of here. And Carolina gets it deep again. Barbashev with it in his own end. 7 minutes to go in the third. It is 4-4. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Jarvis feathers it for Svechnikov. Can't handle the pass. Aho to the point. Shot. That goes off target. That fooled the cameraman. That happened fast. Stone trying to take it away from Sean Walker. Does a good job. Here comes Vegas. Sissons is stopped by Freddie Anderson. That was a great save. I don't know if Sissons got all of it. But with 6:33 to go in the third, that's probably Freddie's best one of the evening. By evening, I mean it's almost 11 o'clock. Oh, I think did he kick it? Sorry, redirect it? That would have counted. That would have counted. That's a big save. Anderson cycles it. But Jarvis gets to it first. Oh, he bobbles it. Gets to it again. Good play by Aho, and he'll break it out. He's got Svechnikov. He gives it to him. Shoots! Oh, that shot almost fooled Hart. Aho. Svechnikov battling Stone. Does a good job there. Swats it around. No one can get to it. Hurdle off the boards and out. Miller fires it down the ice. Oh, good keep by Jackson Blake. Where is it? It's in the glove. 5:49 to go in the third period. Steve Dangle on the SCPN YouTube channel. Click subscribe, tell all your friends. Andy, I'm not taking the bait with that. I get it. But Owen sent 5 SDPN memberships. Thank you. Owen, you've gifted a few. A few. Am I grateful? Yeah, we're going to OT, Drew. So at intermission, this is very important. I have to do my Duolingo. I have to keep this. I could do it live on stream. Not producer Drew, you've also gifted several times, sent 10 SDPN memberships. Yeah, beauty. Jared's the final 2 minutes of an NBA game are unwatchable. No, they are not. Ah, shoot. Gramophone. There are times where you're absolutely right. There are times where you are unequivocally correct. But when it's good, it's crazy. Does Marner go into the Hockey Hall of Fame as a Knight if he wins the MVP? You'd have to ask him. But like, if he wins Conn Smythe a cup, maybe more than one in 8 years with the franchise, like, yeah, probably. Jankowski versus Sissons. Carolina comes up with it. Gostisbehere. Oh my God, what a move. Cross ice, one timer. Stopped. And Vegas sends it down the ice. Nikishin hitting almost 95 miles an hour on that one timer. Gostisbehere with the handles. Oh boy, Vegas just tried to kill him. That was the Steve Dangle clapper. I have a really good shot. That's not true. My wrister doesn't suck. My slap shot does. And also my wrister sucks. 5:10 to go in the third. I'm on 26 days learning Dutch. Good for you. Here comes Vegas. Howden shovels it. Martinuk shovels it. Slavin airmails it into the neutral zone. Ehlers can't catch up to it. A lot of bobbling around here. A bouncing puck. Howden turned around at the blue line. Who are you rooting for in the NBA Finals? Chaos. Steve, you can say unequivocally, but SDPN trips you up. I can't say unequivocally. Dorofeyev shoots. Stop by Anderson. 4:25 to go in the third. You think Mark Stone's been invisible? He hasn't been as impactful as you might expect, but I don't know about invisible. He has more to give. I'll give you that for sure. Just finished opening a pair of hockey card hobby boxes, one series 1 and one series 2. Best card is a red outburst Teuvo Teravainen. Kind of a dud, couple of boxes, a little disappointed. Yeah, that's not the best. If you guys like cards, I should have some news for you in the summer. Miller through traffic. There's a save, rebound, and Dorofeyev collects it in the slot. Your French accent has really improved the last couple weeks. Thank you. Hannafin knocked on his bum. Here come the Canes. Aho in front! What a glove save with 3:43 to go in the third. But I tell you what, the Hurricanes finally getting some shots here after being anemic for a solid half hour of this game. Aho, oh my gosh, perfectly connects with Jarvis. Does he fan on that a little? It's a good save. Freak says, I love cards, always have. Well, you're going to love some other stuff. Vegas flips it into the neutral zone. Oh boy. Sissons has Hurdle in front. Hurricanes not in a tremendous rush to get back there. Hurdle. Sissons. Hurdle. What a snipe from Tomas Hurdle. Wow. With 3:24 to go in the third, was that the winning goal of game one of the 2026 Stanley Cup final? Jeez. I hate everything about how Carolina played that. Oh, Blake loses his guy. Like everyone. Oh my God. Hurdle has done such a good job of getting lost out there. And that's a great shot. 5-4 Vegas. Not producer Drew. You just keep 50. SDPN memberships. Thank you. Thank you. 3:20 to go in the third. Carolina gets out of their zone. They're going to have to do a lot more than that, though. Carolina's on the verge of losing this game. How about Colton Sissons? I think he's been great. Lozon, Anderson. They can't get it out. They are fighting for it, though. Under 3 minutes to play. William Carrier. Theodore has 3 points. Good player, man. Sean Walker can't hold the zone. Oh, boy, nearly too many men. Freddie Anderson's going to be going to the bench any minute now. You got to believe. Marner shovels it into the corner. Jarvis. .218, Howden. He's bodied. Carolina doing everything they can just to get out of the zone. Jarvis. The fact this is game one, I know, man. I think this is going to be a good series. Chaos at the Vegas bench. 2 minutes to go in the third. Down the ice, Freddie Anderson plays it, and I think he's going to go to the bench here. Carolina's got to get possession, though. Slavin. Interesting Slavin's out there. Cycled. Ehlers. Jarvis. To the point. Walker. Aho. Jarvis. Aho. Oh, what was that? He passed to no one. And now they got to go back and get it with under 90 seconds to go. 1:25 to go in the third. Who was that? Jarvis? Oh, Aho? Best EA Sports NHL game. Now is not the time. 12. Vegas sends that down the ice easily, but that's off target, and it's going to be icing against the Vegas Golden Knights with 1:06 to go in the third. And I got to imagine Rod the Bot is going to get the whiteboard out here. Yeah. Yeah, they're showing Gostisbehere here after tying the game. Boy, he looks awful on that goal. Oh. Oh. Yeah. So Hart joins the handshake line? That they do that a lot in junior. I'm not aware of too many teams or any teams doing it in the NHL. Hurricanes don't really look like they're on the same page there. Freddie Anderson with a 783 save percentage in this game. Owen, hey, oh, let's Owen. I'll work on it. Sent 10 SDPN memberships. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind. What do you think, Drew? Overtime? Overtime? You want overtime? Drew wants it. You know what? Give it to Drew. He wants it. He wants it so bad. Jordan Stahl's going to take this draw for Carolina. What is Anderson yapping at the linesman for? Or rather, the ref. Dowd versus Stahl. Ref really taking their time. You didn't answer this question, Steve. Best EA. Yeah, I did. 12. NHL 12. Carolina wins that draw. Jarvis. Oh, geez. Linesman took a spill. Carolina loses the zone under a minute to go here in the third. It is 5-4 Vegas. It has been back. It has been fourth. Can Carolina tie it once more? Ehlers is stripped. Ehlers. They had to get the puck off Cole Smith there. Ehlers can't get it deep. Jordan Stahl does. 35 seconds to go. McNabb moves it. Stahl bodies his man. Can William Karlsson get it out? They're digging for it on the half wall. Ehlers to Gostisbehere. He shoots. He's stopped and we'll get a whistle with 22.3 seconds to go in the third. I wonder if Rod asks for a little bit more time in the clock. Not the greatest shot. Maybe they moved out of the way to tip it. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying, Drew. 50 shots in this game. 9 of them have gone in. Highest scoring game one since 2018 when Vegas was in it. Great stat there from the broadcast. Sisson's on the draw. Carolina comes up with it. Oh, Stankoven loses the puck. He's got to go and get it. That might be the game right there. Jackson Blake centers it to no one. Carolina can't hold the zone. They're going to ice this. 5.6 seconds to go in the third. And now I bet Rod is going to ask for time. I don't think he's going to get it. And if he does, it's not going to be much. Oh, costly mistake from Logan Stankoven. Freak says this is basically a power play. And considering how crap the Canes have been, yeah. Sissons versus Stahl. Stahl wins it back cleanly. One-timer. Oh, and it goes wide. Carolina, their last shot is blocked, and Vegas takes a 1-0 series lead over Carolina in the 2026 Stanley Cup final. It was all Carolina out of the gate. 2-0 lead. Bang, bang. Carolina answers back, or rather, Vegas answers back, but they were outshot 12-4. Oh, Marner blocked that. Oh, he blocked it. I think he was trying to get out of the way of it, but he kicks it into the corner. Awesome. Awesome game one of this cup final. In Vegas, 3 wins shy of the 2026 Stanley Cup. Carolina loses at home for the second time in these playoffs. How do they respond in game 2? Francois Lebel says, thank you, Steve and SDPN crew. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Drew, 11 o'clock. Not bad. Not bad. Steve, I hope you're ready to say Mitch Marner as the Stanley Cup champion. Yep. I've been ready for weeks. Carolina hasn't discovered his weakness yet. And this explains why he's doing so well. Because his weakness is Leafs fans hoping he performs well. Yeah, if enough of them do it, it's curtains. But they're rooting against him. And he's just killing it. He's just killing it. Thank you, chat. Great game, says not producer Drew. Thank you. Not producer Drew. That was an awesome game. Don't be a hater. Your Leafs are showing. Well, I can't make jokes. How about that? I'm gonna be mature about it and say, goodness gracious. My voice ain't gonna survive this one. And that's okay. That is okay. We do have to record 2 shows tomorrow. And I think other stuff. And oh. Cup check. We're going to be recording an LFR style post-game video for the Stanley Cup final because we do that every year. Cup check. Keep your mitts off my cup. Oh, dear. Oh, heavens. Drew, what do you think? So you don't want to do, you want me to shoot it on my camera? You guys are in a production meeting right now. Yeah? Okay. I'll do that. I think I'll shoot it right here. Nah, it looks better if I don't. Yeah, I'll do it on my camera. I'll get you the file as soon as possible. What do you think, Drew? Do you want to upload it in the morning? I know, but like I don't want to make your life hard. We'll talk about this off air. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. What a game 1. For now, that is it for the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like the stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Vegas takes game 1.